right, we should.
Or at least going live.
I think we are live.
Here we go.
We are.
Live.
At
This going live.
Okay, no. All right. Yes. Welcome, everybody, to the 2018, the official 2018 Sunoco Royale, the 7th running here back at Homestead, Miami Speedway. We have our bracket up and ready to go. 32 guys stepping up to the plate. And last year we saw Ray take the top. He is a pretty high seed this year. We'll have to see if he can make his way through. But oh boy, it's finally getting underway. Yeah, I'm joined in the booth by Duncan right now. Roush is not joining in for some reason. Roush, if you're listening, get the fuck in here. We may be seeing Finn Guy popping in for a bit for a possible interview. I don't know how that goes. The cars are set up and ready to go. For the round of 32, everything will be set up in... Well, actually, for most of the round, it's going to be set up in random order for qualifying, which is why this is up, because I actually have a backdrop to set things up behind. Because I need to get the random order for the first match of the round of 32.
Not gonna lie. Like, why can't we just sort it based on seed?
Do we want to just sort it based on...
That popped in my head. I mean, it makes sense.
Because I'm not sure if the top people would just dominate, but I guess they should get an advantage of some kind for being that high up, huh?
Yeah. It'd probably vary on
And plus, yeah, there are some people in lower seeds who probably shouldn't be, so they're gonna have to work
vary
their
in
way.
the later rounds.
So
probably based on finishing position and stuff.
Yeah.
Just a mix of the two.
Finishing position and then seed. So
oh god.
We're set up. I think, yeah, that's the right order. So we look, the first match of the round of 32. This is the first seeds matchup being Mulcher versus Monaco versus Jones versus Shock Jr. This one's expected to go one way. Obviously.
But you never know.
Shock Jr. could surprise. I don't really expect Jones to play too much of a factor in this race. But as it seems, it looks like that this match is very one-sided, with the two rank A's at the front of the field and a rank C and D back there. Although Shock is a speedway guy, I'm not sure about Jones.
I'm curious how Jones will do. I mean, this is his second Royale. He's not new to this.
He was one of the big hyped up guys back in the first Royale, but if I'm correct, wasn't he knocked out in... Was he knocked out in the round of 16?
He went out early.
It was either 32 or 16. I can actually pull up that sheet real quick. Bobo Jones. Bobo Jones was the 4th seed in the tournament last season, and he was knocked out in the round of 32. So, lots of questions, and if he can actually make it through the round of 32 this time, and get himself into some of the later rounds, round of 16, round of 8, and the finals, we'll have to see as time goes on. One thing I am hoping for, though, is that next season, hopefully we can get a 64-man tournament. That is the end goal, is 64-man.
Oh, God. That just sounds like a disaster.
Oh, yeah. an awesome disaster. But we're set up, ready to go. The first race of the round of 32 here in the Royale. 2 people out. It's 7 laps for the round
NASCAR
of...
Battle Royale.
Yeah, pretty much. Round of 32 will be 7 laps. Same with the round of 16. The round of 8 will be 10 laps, and the grand finals will be a 15-lap shootout to the end. As the cars are on 3 and 4 for the very first time, let's hand the first start to the race to the birthday boy.
All right, Malcher and Monaco will lead us down to the start. Pace car coming down pit road. It's the event we've all been waiting for. The height. It comes down to this. It's a start right now. The first race of the Sunoco Royale is green. We're rocking in Homestead.
And there we go. The Royale is officially underway here, and all 4 stayed pretty tight off that start. No one was able to get ahead of each other, and wrecks are so easy to happen here.
Malcher and Monaco are so close together right off the bat. Jones, he sent it in, but he got a little loose.
Look at the pole on that outside by Eric. And that looks like
He's
the 87
clear for now, but not for. Oh no!
Malcher,
I messed up
keeps
way
pace.
too much.
Yeah, same. Yeah, Malcher was not able to keep it under. You can make passes on the inside, don't get me wrong, but you really gotta be there. Out of 4 on the lap 3. As this is kind of going how I expected, very spread out between the big guys and then the not so big guys.
Maybe expected a little more speed out of Shock, but we'll see if he can gather something together here.
Y'all misleaded me last night.
Oh, you're actually here now. Nice.
I was watching Max Bantz with Will Hoyt.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, looks like Malcher's closing on Monaco and Shock. He's starting to catch up to Jones, but Jones is losing touch of that top 2.
Yeah, I fully expected this first round to go this way. When you're putting a rank D and a rank C up against 2 guys with a ton of experience and a ton of talent, I really didn't expect this to be one of the more exciting races.
Yeah, this is about how we expected, but we'll see if anything happens here within the next 3 laps.
Jones is probably going to need a miracle here. It doesn't even look like Malcher's even going to try.
No.
He doesn't need to.
Although this will not give him a better... The only advantage to winning is getting a better starting spot for the next few rounds. It'll be a good thing for Eric to win this, but it really does not look like Malcher's in a hurry.
No, it doesn't. He could be saving his stuff.
Keep the cards close to your chest. Although he did already show what he had back in the heat and then in the actual round robin.
It makes everyone...
Big run through turn 1.
But everyone knows he has it, so everyone gets nervous that when is he going to do it? When is he going to pull? When is he going to show his hand?
Jones is close, but is he close enough? Oh, Jones is now riding that wall.
Jones is sending it.
He's got 1 lap to... Could he perform an upset here? Could Jones eliminate the first seed? That would be huge if the first seed gets knocked out in round 1.
It's gonna take an absolutely nuclear run though in 3 and 4.
It's gonna take a lot more than just one big run.
Shock is completely out of this. Jones will need a mega run. He'll need to really ride it.
And I don't think he's not gonna get it.
He's not. Nope. Exactly what we expected. And out of last corner.
So close, but it's going to be Eric Monaco and Kieran Malcher.
Yeah.
Monaco and Mulcher go through into the round of 16, and Bobo Jones eliminated in the round of 32 for the second straight year. Shock really wasn't there. The FRT card just didn't seem to have enough in it.
I mean, we expect this he is a 32 seed, and
Yep.
he, this is their first year in the Royale, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure FRT's never set up an Elite Series car.
Nope.
Yeah.
So this was their first run out. They made it in. They can be happy. They made it into the tournament, but
That's more
that's
than
where
what
they're
a
right.
lot of other teams can say about that.
But Mulcher and Monaco will go through into the round of 16. As now we have your bracket up. And Mulcher and Monaco make it through.
Should probably, like, Monaco should probably be on the top since he won.
Truth.
But yeah, I was thinking about doing a max pants like thing for an R, like what they did this most recent time.
I have no idea how that works.
But yeah, that went how I expected. Didn't really expect it to be too action-packed through there, but...
This next race, though, uh-oh.
Let's see. This is Jackson, Finguy, Curtis, Kukla, and this could go the same way, depending on if Curtis wants to fight back.
Or we could see more of whatever the heck Kukulon did in the heats.
Kukulon did seem fast, but he's coming into here the 30th seed. He has a lot stacked against him.
He's the underdog here. I mean, last in points in PLS. Like, he's a huge underdog.
We don't even know if he's going to have a ride next year.
He hasn't even signed up for free agency.
But he's coming out here hoping to make a name for himself, nonetheless.
And he's flying, and he is now single-handedly flying the banner for Fallout Racing.
So this could be the end of Fallout unless Kukulon can pull an upset. Because if Kukulon or Curtis makes it in, it's an upset because that means we lose Finguy or Jackson. Which are big, big names. As we return back to the action here. And once again, we set it up by seed order in the first round. And it's Jackson, Finguy, Curtis, and Kukulon. Oh boy. Paul Jackson has... Jackson and Finguy, though, they're Speedway guys, but they have not had the best of luck in the Royale. It's never really gone their way in the past. But you never know. Jackson coming into this race now, 2 wins this season, both on Speedways. So Jackson has really honed his skills on Speedways this year. So if he has any chance to win a Royale, now's the time, in my opinion. And
yeah,
I would not...
he could certainly use the momentum because Paul Jackson's been on a pretty serious cold streak these last like through most of the international tour.
And Finguy just wants to go out on a bang.
Yep, this will be Jeffrey Finguy's final Sunoco Royale. He's competed in all 7 to date, although he did not make the Royale back in 2016, if I'm correct, where he ended up winning the consolation. So
yeah,
he knows how to race it here. Can he put it together at the Royale is the big question. Curtis coming into this, his season's been definitely up. He's definitely been getting better results this year than he has in previous years. But is it enough to make him any sort of a threat for the Royale? Probably not.
but he could be an underdog.
He could. And Kukulon, I don't know. This man's just a wild card.
Kukulon's the outlier here.
He could impress? No. Hey. Okay. All right.
Start your engine.
All right. We had Duncan take the first one. Roush, you want to take this one?
Wait, do what?
You want to take this intro to this race?
Not really. I haven't heard one yet. Someone else do it.
All right, I'll take this one. Oh
I'll do
boy.
the next one.
Come through 3 and 4. The reigning champion, Paul Jackson, trying to add a Royale to his name. Anderson did it back in his title defense year. Can Jackson win the Royale in his title defense year? We come out of 3 and 4, and Paul Jackson will lead it down to the green flag here as we are about to go green. The second race of the round of 32. Green flag is in the air in Homestead.
Start from the 10 car.
Jeez,
Oh.
Jackson caught the rest of the field sleeping there.
Yeah.
DJ Curtis immediately making that move on Sebastian Kukulon.
And once
Same
again,
sponsor, but
we're seeing this same
But they're
separation.
battling too hard. They're battling too hard.
Well, it's
in the
more
back.
that this same
Curtis is-
separation from last time is
Curtis
happening.
the clear, and Kukulon is trying to squeeze Curtis down there.
He's trying to get clear himself, and I think he'll do it.
And
Finn
yes,
caught
he,
Jackson very quickly.
yeah,
Finn guy to the inside.
that's what was suspected to happen in these groups of 4 is that you can bring someone close to you pretty quickly as long as you could just stay behind them. And now Finn
now-
guys side by side. The inside can
this-
work.
What
You
will
just
this
gotta
mean
make
for
it.
the other 2 ranked cars in the back, though?
Of course, Finn guy needs to get a good run.
I don't think he's getting it here.
Yeah, he does not seem to have that hook. But Kukulon is outrunning Curtis right now.
He is. But he's not faster than the guys ahead. He's really got to pick up his pace if he wants any chance of making the round of 16. Again, with a lot of the outliers in this first round, we don't expect it to get too exciting in the
Until
round
the
of 32.
But the
Oh.
second round could be a good one.
Second round is when winners collide, and that's when things are going to get exciting.
Finn
Well,
guy
it's also
starting.
it's not only when winners collide, but it's also where a bunch of but it's not only that, it's also where a bunch of rank A teams collide.
The one thing I'm worried about is that Finn Guy and Jackson don't have the best relationship whatsoever after Finn Guy ended up... Finn Guy ended up actually
They had
punching.
they had a Twitter feud, and following the round of Nashville, they got into an altercation.
But it was wasn't it Max Jackson though that got punched?
No, it was Paul.
Oh.
Jackson has been on the other end of Finn Guy's assault.
Yeah, is Finn guy going to be patient? I feel like he's not, because look how close he's getting. That bumper, they made contact there.
He's trying to melt the 10 car, see if he can the 10's driver to see if he can get around him at all.
Like, Jackson's just blocking.
But I don't know how long that's gonna work for. I'm not sure how long Finn Guy's going to put up with it.
There are only 2 Mavericks in this event, and if they can both win their first round matchup, that would be very good, and that would make Wolf happy with these 2.
It would be.
Well, I lost March Madness.
I lost March
Kukulon
Madness.
is, as we expected, Kukulon does not have the same pace he had in the heats. Finn Guy now going after this move again.
Here we go.
He does not have the same pace he did in the PLS race here.
He is squeezing him closer and closer to that wall.
Yeah, he
White flag.
wants to win this race.
No mercy for the, what is he? He's 38?
But he's
Yeah,
not
he's-
gonna get it done.
He is, I think, the oldest driver in the. No, he's the second oldest driver in the field.
See,
Dan
all of
Leeson
it.
failed to qualify, so we're not. So I'm
Third.
not counting him.
CL Van Aller.
It's like, yeah, CL's the oldest. I'm not counting Leeson
Okay.
because he failed to qualify. But Finn Guy not able to mount a move. Jackson does win in round number 1.
Simple first 2 rounds. I don't expect this calm atmosphere that we've had in these first 2 rounds to last. Because once you get into a fight with 2 people, isn't too big of a deal. But once you get to 3 people, that's when things start to get interesting. And so far, it's just been 2 rank A's versus some lower ranks, so I would expect this.
And they've been, and
Don't
they,
expect
and
it
the
to
2
last.
rank B A's have been just have been content with running away together.
Yep, Fallout Racing going home. It's a little surprised that Kukulon managed to outrun Curtis, but not good enough.
Nope. And the top 2 seeds in each of the rounds take their first round matchups. And once again, we're coming into this next round, and I still expect the same type of thing. The next one's going to be Benyako, Fuller, Pericles, Freeman, and, well, even though Fuller's starting ahead of Pericles, I don't expect Pericles to go easy on Fuller.
Oh, jeez. That first round 2 matchup, that is a group of death right there. Eric Monaco, Kieran Mulcher, Paul Jackson, and Jeffrey Finguy.
That is 4 rank A Speedway ringers. Oh, no, that's going to go so bad.
And they've all won in a race in the past, I believe.
Monaco, Mulcher, Jackson, and Finguy have all won, yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting.
Monaco has won the least of
Been a
them
little
with
while
only
since-
2 career wins.
Been a little while since Mulcher went the victory lane, but he is a winner.
It's been a while since a lot of people in that round have been the victory lane.
Jackson and Monaco were there earlier this season. Finguy was in victory lane last season in the opener at Pensacola, and Mulcher last went to victory lane when he drove for Full Frontal Motorsports. I believe it was at La Colina in that 3-wide finish.
And he's gotta be hungry to win another race.
Very, very exciting. And Finguy on the side of the track is ready for an interview here post-race. We're going to get him up in here. All right, Finguy is up into the booth. Finguy, you were on the rear end of that 10 the entire race. It almost looked like you were going to turn him. What was going on there?
Were you sizing him up?
Well, it's just the way this package is going, and you can easily suck up to another car and all that stuff. It's all in good fun. What are you talking about?
Oh no, you guys have had some beef in the past, and you seem to keep your composure as you went through there because Kukulon and Curtis just really weren't there the whole time. I bet you would have really liked to get that win, though.
Yeah, especially since, to be honest, I didn't even expect it to be in the Royale this year because, with the situation that happened over at Vegas and all that stuff. So it's going to be a fun one, that's for sure.
It really is expected to be. Your season so far really has been a struggle since you got back into that car, since you're also in a new manufacturer as you've driven Fords most of your career. But now you're here in a Chevrolet. It really hasn't gone well. Getting through this first round really fast. Do you hope to possibly win this Royale and boost your confidence for the rest of the year?
I hope to get one at least in the books for me and everyone for Full Frontal, but that's besides the point. This is just all for fun, and other than that, I just really want to thank the Full Frontal guys for me to be put in this situation over here.
And biggest question, what is your opinion going into the next round facing 3 other very strong Speedway ringers?
Cheers.
Dear God.
Because it's going to be maybe even an uphill battle because you're going to be the oldest guy in that group. But you're all good on Speedways. So we're excited to see how that goes. Thank you for joining us up in the booth, Finguy, and we wish you the best of luck in the round of 16.
Hey, Finguy,
No
guess
problem.
what? Finguy, guess what?
Aiden, we're in a
What
live
are
stream
you
right
doing
now.
here?
Guess what?
Aiden.
Guess what?
Aiden, we get you're coming back from. We get you coming.
Pick. He turns into a pickle. It's pickle Rick.
It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Now get the fuck out of my sight.
And that is Hayden Shepard joining us up in the booth. He'll be back in the car next week, but he's deciding to, well, talk about Pickle Rick.
You see, it's a pickle, but
How big of a number did that concussion do on you?
there's no
Yeah,
roof.
I feel like the doctors may have been a little too eager to get you back in the car.
Barry the
No,
cucumber might have been.
Going
might have
to
been a
say the
pickle.
gamer word on stream.
Right, we might
No.
need to we might need to find a different replacement now for Shepard. So just dial this number on the screen right now, 38.
Where are
we
the
will-
pickles? They all ran out. I ate them all.
but yeah. Thank you for joining us up in the booth, Aiden.
Bye.
The show must go on though.
We'll just take you down there with the rest of the drivers. I'll do this next intro. I wanted to hear how you going.
No, but okay, fine. I'll do regular stream.
Oh God, he
stuff.
got through security.
I have a Texas shotgun. They only have tasers.
Stop.
All right, but
We need security.
I am now setting up this next round.
I guess he can stay.
I don't even know what pickles are. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Man, this is going to be an interesting one. Morgan
Alright.
Fuller will be this is Morgan Fuller and Ricky Freeman Jr. going to be running their first Royales. This is their first appearance. Freeman, definitely a shock qualifier. I don't think a lot of people expected that underfunded team to make it, but here he is.
Well, he's last in this, so I don't expect him to make it far.
Freeman is definitely very outclassed.
Alex Bianco, number five qualifier.
And
Got a lot
might-
of good speed.
It will make sense that he is that it will help Pericles that he's not behind a rank B car or rank D car in either of those cars to his outside.
The big thing about this heat, though, not a single rank A car to be seen.
Yeah.
You got 2 rank Ds
A
and
lot of
2
lower
rank
ranks,
Bs.
actually.
Fuller surprisingly got a really good seed for herself after this is pretty much redemption after horrible performance in the Maverick car last year, and she's now here up on the front row in her first round in the Royale, and now the true test begins.
With Binyako 2 are inside, trying to get his season back on track after a decent start.
Aiden, did you really hoard soda into the booth?
It's
He stuck
It's
it in his
actually-
pocket. I saw him take it
it's
out.
actually flavored sparkling water. It's limon. I think it's French.
Did you get that from Benoit?
No, I got it from a Walmart.
So
Pericles is here.
Pericles is the most interesting one here because Pericles came really close to the. And can you please get the bottle cap away from the mic when you actually uncap it? And
I'll just keep opening it.
so
Keep it open.
so Nick
Oh my God,
Pericles came
someone turn
in.
off his mic.
Nick Pericles come in here. He almost won the 2015 Royale. Was actually only like 10 feet behind the point where he needed to win the Royale. One more spot and it would have been his.
And who did he lose it to again?
Max Anderson.
Mm.
And now
Well,
he
Max
comes in here
Anderson-
years later and he's losing his full-time ride. So this might be his best chance to avenge
Now,
himself
Max
here
Anderson is not here to steal it from him.
and now. Nope. Anderson will not be here trying to steal the Royale from any potential new winners. The Royale
That's
champions
definitely
here
weird.
are Roger Ray and Sean Angel.
Yeah, it's definitely weird for Max Anderson to be absent from a Royale, but Nick Pericles, one of the drivers flying the banner for Scott Ganassi Racing in what could possibly be their final Royale. Team is suspending operations at the end of the season. We don't know if they'll return in the future.
Yep. So
They
this
do
could
probably
be
be
it.
in whites.
So, as the cars are set up, we're getting ready to go. This match could either be boring like the other ones, or
it could be-
interesting if Fuller has something to say.
This
I'll
race,
leave it at
this
that.
could be very entertaining if Fuller has something, or even if Freeman has something. If Freeman has something, then the two rank B cars actually might be in trouble.
They could.
Especially considering that that Freeman and Fuller are on the outside, which
Oh,
is
the
where
outs-
you would want to.
Yeah, and 3 and as long as they can hold it in 1 and 2, 3 and 4, they'll really get a boost. But
Yeah.
I've done one. Duncan's done one. We're handing this one over to you, Roush.
All right. So, Binyako and Pericles are definitely the hands-on favorites for this heat or matchup with the underdogs on the outside. But if they, like they said, hold on the outside, they could definitely steal the show from Binyako and Pericles as we come around off of turn number 4. Pace car peeling off as we get set to go racing in the third matchup of the Sunoco Royale. And we are lights out and away we go.
Lights out and away we go. It's not Formula 1. It's not a WGPA.
Didn't
Jesus.
even start. Fuller maybe inched ahead on the jump, but she doesn't have the horsepower. Beniaco gets the edge in the 1 and 2, and I think he might be able to clear. Yes, he will.
Now the question
more
is, did Freeman drop back intentionally to try to take the line away?
I'm not sure, but I'm more concerned on Pericles. He is stuck on the inside of Fuller. We have not seen a rank B car.
Oh,
She's
oh.
going around the outside.
Freeman put the
She's-
bumper to Pericles, and Fuller faced
Fuller!
huge run.
Fuller to the lead!
That's the best run I've ever seen in a stock car.
And wow, Morgan Fuller trying the upset.
She is looking for one. She is definitely on a redemption tour right now.
She wants to avenge herself. And in a red stallion. We saw one red stallion get to the quarterfinals last time. That was Shawn Angel. But here
Pericles to
comes
the
Pericles!
outside.
Pericles trying to run the high side. Beniaco going to move up.
He might cut back down, but I would suggest against that for Pericles.
Pericles is right on the bumper of Binyako.
He could also give the bumper to Binyako if he really wanted to.
They are
But
in a
Binyako-
train.
Yeah, I don't like Fuller's not going to break away here.
Fuller can't break away.
Benyako is
She
there.
does not have the horsepower. I feel like Beniaco's shoving her down the straightaway, and I think
He is. He's trying to give her more speed than what she can have, and so she can get into the wall. But it doesn't look like it's working right now. Looks like it's
Freeman
only
losing
helping
the
her.
back.
And there goes the underdog of Freeman.
Unless
Yeah.
something happens, I think that is Freeman going to be out of this Royale.
Unless Pericles and Binyako.
Benyako playing it safe, not going to go after Fuller, instead going to block the 98, opt to let her go in exchange for keeping Pericles at bay.
But I
Maybe
don't
not
know
the
how
best
well.
option, but not. Oh my god, that run!
Pericles backed off a little bit, I think.
Freeman is not done. Freeman is going to keep trying.
But I don't think he can. I don't think he can do it.
That checkup out of the 98 might cost him.
Oh, he's
Now
going
the
to
17.
the outside, though.
Back on the rear end, the 0-2 of Ricky Freeman Jr.
I don't think he's going to do it, though.
The outside is
Freeman
stronger.
had a pretty impressive run in the Open event that the PLS held earlier in the
Yeah.
week.
Oh, here we go.
Pericles
on
makes a
the
move.
inside.
Two
Oh,
laps to
this-
go.
This is for the transfer spot.
Freeman.
Fuller
is he
has
going
nothing to
push or
worry
is he
about
going to
right
try to
now.
pass
They are
If-
door to door.
If Freeman is daring here, he could go for something wacky and try to take them both. But
I don't
no.
think he can do it.
Sent it in 1 and 2. He got a good run.
The big problem is if he tried that move and it didn't work, it would completely screw any possible chance he had. He had to stay behind and just try and go for it
But he's
later.
trying
Oh,
something now.
Pericles moves up and he blocks. That
Freeman
was
sees the
great.
opportunity now. Yeah,
But
Benyako
Freeman
went
can't
up and
do it.
blocked.
Freeman
Full-
can't do it because he doesn't have the moment, because he doesn't have the horsepower.
Yeah,
If
this is
Pericles-
Pericles versus Benyako for this last river swap. Fuller's gonna make it through the round of 32. It's between these two. Which of the high seeds is going through? Well, not high seeds, but more. Which of the big guys is going through and which is out? Here we
This is the
go.
last ditch effort here.
Pericles goes high.
High. It's gonna try
He's
and make
looking
something
for it.
happen.
He's got the
he's
run.
got the run.
He's got the
He's
run.
got it. Can he get it back?
Side.
No.
No!
Benyako held him off.
And
He did!
Ironically enough, he loses just by inches again.
How much is that? What was the margin there?
See, that's what I was expecting. The margin was 6/1000ths of a second that Pericles will miss the round of 16. And it's Pericles and Freeman out of the Royale. Although, you have to give it to Freeman. It was a pretty decent run. He was able to stick to the back of him.
But how
just not-
about Morgan Fuller?
Pericles lost by 10 feet again.
Fuller is going to go around and have a victory lap. Pericles is going to join her, coming up alongside to congratulate her. Fuller must be very happy and very confident going forward. This is what she needed to help her. And Red Stallion got Angel through last year, and it's Fuller who will bring it through this year. Congratulations to Morgan Fuller and Alex Benyako going through into the round of 16.
That was a beautiful performance from those rookies right there.
It really was.
Absolutely amazing showing, holding off a veteran and hell behind them.
So, once again, the top two seeds go through, but this time it really wasn't expected.
No, everyone thought it was going to be Pericles Benyako.
I really should have done this first. And Fuller actually putting herself in a really good spot.
She was third at one point, I think.
So this means, oh boy, Duncan versus Vincent versus Brock versus Griffin. We have two powerhouses in this race. We have Shane Vincent, one of the most breakout rookies this year, and Ryan Griffin, who has been so much stronger than he was last year. This is a big one.
He has not had a sophomore slump this year.
I expect maybe some fireworks. Maybe even a wreck if it gets aggressive enough, especially with Shane Vincent part of the fray. The big problem is that Shane Vincent might have the advantage because the other two are Roadrunners.
Oh, yeah. Well, he just needs to make sure he doesn't get too aggressive.
We can see that the difference between road course variants and speedway variants in both driver and car is very crucial here, as we've seen the Mavericks actually falter in the heat races.
Yeah. And now we're finishing up Group B, and this one is probably the best. This is probably the best matchup on the left side of the bracket, and I'm expecting things to get very fun, as I just need to set it up, and we'll be ready to go. Oh boy, we finally got the exciting one that I was looking for. Now the Royale is really beginning. Oh boy, there is Vincent.
Excuse me.
Man,
That was
Ryan
the
Griffin.
cooking I ate yesterday.
No, don't. No.
Hayden, since you're in the booth, do you want to lead one of these off?
No answer.
Did you
Oh,
did
I'm
you
sorry,
mention me as?
sir?
I,
Say that again?
do I have to be in character and just leave?
All right.
Would you ask, Roush? I wasn't listening.
Did you want to lead one of these off?
Oh, maybe later.
Maybe later. Alright. Means this will be the last one of the round. Make sure I got the order correct. Yes, I do. And we will turn it back over. Well, first let's talk about the drivers in the field in this one.
I guess.
Oh.
I guess I'm just going to be out of character. I'm gonna be out of character.
Yeah, William
No
Duncan,
kidding, Rocket.
third in points, although he's been on a bit of a slump in the last few. Well, not exactly a slump. It's just been the other guys have been a lot stronger.
Well, no, considering the kind of performances he's had on the road courses most of the year, I would definitely call it a slump. He's been lacking speed.
But he's coming in here today. He's hoping he can turn it back around here before we head down the actual round of Homestead and through the final tour of the year. And Duncan coming in here today, the 5th seed in the tournament, seventh seed.
Just had a bad tour. I think he's been amazing this season. He's shown his power. He's been up front about every race. It's just sometimes it's just doesn't go well for him, and he either is involved in an incident of some sort or just has a terrible qualifying effort, and that's what's recently been holding him down. But obviously, I still believe he is a championship contender.
But then you got this this kid right here, the one who has been silently talked about that he could be a dark horse for this Royale with how we've seen him do on these speedways. If he really clicks into the zone, he could be one of the biggest threats in the field.
I don't think he's a dark horse.
You don't think he is?
I think he's one of the logical choices for this.
The only reason I would say dark horse is because he's a rookie. This is his rookie year. Hell, he's never raced at Homestead before.
No, he has.
Well, until
He-
no, actually, no, this is his third time. He
He
showed up to the
raced-
Royale 3 times, and
Oh yeah, he
it's
did
his
show.
second time in the show.
He raced for RE and was the
Well,
what
it's his
seed?
first time full time in the Royale at
As a
Homestead,
first
and
full-time driver,
he
I guess.
made it to the semifinals last year, back when he was on Roush Racing. But now he's in a Chevrolet. Is he going to be able to get used to this 04 car enough?
I think
to
it's
get in the zone?
transferable skill.
Then we look behind, second in points. The points leader isn't here, so technically he's the highest up in points in this entire event. William Brock. Although his seed wasn't amazing. He sits in the 18th seed. Not what we really expected of a William Brock. We expected him to be a lot better in this seat, in the seeds, but he's here. If he can win this, it's going to set him up good for the rest. And then Griffin. I really don't want to say Griffin's the underdog here, but he kind of is.
Well, this is a group of death, so
This is 3 rank A's versus a rank B.
He did make a couple of rounds last season in the Royale, however.
Well, Cass, I didn't even really have an in-character name for this. I'm just vibing.
Yeah, we're just vibing in here. We're like half in character, half out of character. It's weird.
I'm actually eating this Hot Wheels right now.
No! No!
that's not a good idea.
It's a
All right.
Porsche 917 long tail.
All right. So, Aiden, how hard did you hit again? I feel like you hit your head one
Stop
too many
doing that.
times.
Very fast. However, I knew I stopped, and I know I'm alive.
Ah! Fine!
Drivers to your cars.
Drivers.
We'll leave it
to
at that.
hell.
This is one of 2
Drivers to your cars.
of the, what were they referred to as?
Bitches.
Groups of death.
Groups of death. Yeah, one of 2 groups of death in the round of 32.
Yeah, the group.
80% off.
Yeah. A
Go
group
get
of
your
death
popcorn.
is a
Save
matchup
it.
that is unusually competitive. That would definitely apply here.
There's
So-
another one that's coming up shortly, I think, too.
Aiden,
Race
you
number
taking this one?
5.
Or am
No,
I
we
taking
can
this?
talk about them later.
Alright, so I'll take this one. Oh boy.
4 rounds.
And of
That's
course,
a restack.
I can't just. And welcome back to Drivers to Your Car Simulator. No.
Just wait.
That's fine. Okay. We roll through 3 and 4. The final matchup of the left side of the bracket in the round of 32 before we head over to the right side of the bracket. And we roll through. Oh, and that Louvier's in the chat. Nice. We roll through 3 and 4. William Duncan will lead it down to the green flag, trying to turn his season around, trying to get back in the title fight, but it all starts in a very odd way if he can turn his confidence around here. But we come down, taking the green flag, the final matchup of the left side of the bracket in the round of 32. Green flag is in the air.
Terrific start. Oh my
Duncan
God.
definitely does not have the best history in the Royale, and Vincent did not get going at
I'm
all.
assuming they're dropping back.
Oh no, this is
They
not
both
good
had-
at
they
all.
both stalled almost like it
Where's
was
the horsepower on that car?
They stalled almost like it was intentional.
It's almost like they rigged it.
It's almost like this is Arkansas Elite Series.
Well, it's almost like the fucking 01. Well, it's almost like the team owners in this race.
What the hell is an
Shane
Arkansas?
moved up there, but he did not. Yeah, that was just a terrible start, and like, yeah, he just did not get going in the slightest.
I'm assuming he bled off the gas in hopes to getting back on the inside because he knew.
Oh, Griffin is...
Oh my.
Griffin is almost
And
turning!
Griffin is all
But-
over him.
But Griffin is going to push him.
He'll
little
push
bit.
him, force him to the
Now-
inside of the 01.
And he's going to elevate himself there and make it 3 wide.
Now
for the
Vincent's
finish position.
sending it down the inside, but that's a 3 wide.
That's with his team owner too.
And now
Duncan's-
Vincent getting aggressive with his team, with his car owner, kind of try to squeeze him off.
Griffin might be trying to pull on the upset, but I
All
don't.
bets are off here. Teammates? A teammate isn't a word in the Royale. You're not fighting for points, you're fighting for glory.
And money, lots of money.
And
Lots of money.
I'm sure Duncan is loving this.
What's Vincent gonna do right here? He is right on the back of his team owner, and he can do literally anything he wants to. But he has.
No, he
Griffin
can't with that
all over
6
the
on his
top.
inside. That 6 is getting way too close to Shane. Griffin
might be.
really wants in this thing. And if he can knock out both full frontals in one swing,
He's trying.
That'll be
He's
huge.
trying. He's going to the inside of the 04.
He's got,
He's got him cleared.
is he clear, or will Shane have a little bit of something to say on the outside here?
Shane gonna try and fight back, I think. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's not
Hey.
one to say die, but I don't think his team owner will help him in his efforts.
He's too far up. He's not just going to check up and put himself susceptible for a challenge from Griffin. He's just going to let Shane fight
But
on his own, and
Griffin-
it's not going to work.
Oh, Griffin got a
But
amazing
Griffin's
run
coming
out
now
of
on Dunk
3.
on Brock now.
This would be a huge upset if Griffin could knock both of the
This
full
would-
frontals out of the round of
This would
32.
be a
He's giving
bracket
contact to
breaker.
the 01.
It would. This would be an absolute bracket breaker, and he's going to...
He's going.
He's got the
got him.
inside!
Oh, there's
Wow.
so much contact. right
Griffin.
there.
It is not easy to make the inside work around here.
And Griffin forced it to work.
He rubbed the door.
Oh,
But now
but
what can he do
01's
now?
fighting back.
Brock is.
01 car to the outside.
Yeah, Duncan's going to win this easily because everyone is fighting behind him. But Vincent, that was definitely not strategy. he
Oh,
just
that's so
doesn't have
much-
he just doesn't have the speed.
There's no
These-
space in between those cars. They are making contact.
Now the question is peeking in, is Full Frontal saving what they've got for the actual round of Homestead? Are they not worried about this event?
Transfer position.
That is true, but I feel like Shane would have given it a lot
Oh,
more.
he's going to the outside again.
White
01.
flag off of 1.
They are
Side by
closing
side.
on that
Duncan's
4, but they're not
far
closing
away.
quick enough. Look at how close those guys are, side by side. If Brock can just get a good run through here, he's got him. The second and third in points, trying to take it, but Griffin trying to upset.
Vincent
Through
Trump
3 and
Griffin might
4.
have it.
It's a drag race to the line. Brock's got him.
Yeah,
Griffin.
Vincent tried to get some drafting help, but either there is something wrong with that car, or he was just not taking this seriously because he was nowhere.
Shane just,
Well, it could.
just
I mean,
weren't-
I'm
wasn't
kind of
there.
leaning towards that because the trademark Vincent aggression was absent in that race.
I feel like they were just saving their stuff for actual points events, which is smart, but you know that they still would have wanted to fight for this. Brock is going to fight for it, though. He makes it through. Barely.
That almost cost Brock and Vincent.
But
In all
Griffin,
seriousness, though, Griffin, a magnificent heat.
I mean, what would you expect out of the third
best
seed last
drivers.
year? Griffin was the
one of the
third seed
best-
last year.
One of the best drivers in the SES history. Just racing him like he is just another competitor. I mean, that was amazing work by Griffin.
It really was, and
Almost
oh
got
boy.
him in the end.
And it seems we might actually be getting Brock in here for an interview after that ever so close finishes. He's going to come down and park the car, and he'll be joining up with us in just a moment, where he'll get to talk about how absolutely close that was to him losing in the round of 32. And maybe we'll get some answers on if the team was holding back.
They
as
could
he
very
pulls
well have
in.
been sandbagging.
It could have been. But as we look at your bracket now, and now the things change. The 10th seed is gone. And almost forgot to do it again. And Duncan, honestly, not many actually expected him to get through the round of 32 because he's Roadringer.
Yeah.
Perhaps that the two Speedway drivers did not make it. Perhaps it doesn't mean as much as we think it does.
Maybe not the
Especially
two
since
Roadringers.
Fuller is a road ringer as well.
Fuller
yeah.
really showed what
Fuller-
she had.
Fuller won that race by a landslide too.
But the big thing that I'm focusing on is Brock will be starting from the 4th spot in the round of 16 because he got second in that one, and he's the lower seed than Benyako. So Brock not in a good spot. While Duncan will be starting on pole again. So things are very interesting as we head into the round of 16. But we do have word that Brock is coming up into the booth just now. All right, we got William Brock joining us up in the group, in the booth. That was a really close one, maybe too close for comfort, but you made it through the round.
Yeah, it was a little bit challenging, trying to bail Griffin for that last transfer spot, but we definitely did, race as hard as we could while trying to save our equipment. But yeah, hopefully I can make it past this next round, maybe make it into the final 4 for the Royale.
The big question that we're all wondering up in the booth is, did you save some of what you had to maybe save it for an actual points race, because you two just did not seem up to the normal full frontal speed?
Yeah, well, that and Shane Vincent, I mean, he's normally a very aggressive driver, but it seemed like he was just kind of hanging back that entire race.
Yeah, I think with him, yeah, we were both kind of trying to save our equipment. We were definitely trying not to be too aggressive. And I know Shane's a little bit disappointed that he didn't get to make his first Royale, but I know he'll have better days. I know he's a good driver. I know he has the potential, and I can't wait to see how he does in the 42 next season.
We're all very excited for that. But as you go into the round of 16, you are actually on the back end of your matchup. You're going to be starting in 4th up against Fuller, Benyako, and Duncan. How confident are you going forward?
I would say I'm just as confident as I was, in this this race. It is going to be a little bit challenging, with the whole package and how the track is. But I think we can still make it on to all the way to the final 4.
All right, and we're very excited to see, as you've got not only a challenge here, but you got a challenge later this season, and I want to ask about that. Going into this final tour, the A2 tour, it's seemingly you versus Ray Hall neck and neck. It has been a long time since you've been this high up in points. What are your thoughts going through the rest of this season?
I mean, considering I have but Ray Hall does have a bit of a decent points lead over me. Um, so I'll definitely want to try and hope that Ray Hall doesn't make it to the final 4, or if neither of us do, hopefully I'll finish better than he does.
Well, Ray Hall is actually not in the Royale.
You won't have to worry about that. Since Ray Hall is sitting out.
Ray Hall sat out, so there's no points on the line here, but there is a lot of money for your team ready to set up, and we wish you the best of luck going through the round of 16, and you should get back down and rejoin with your team.
Actually, I'd like to ask him one more question.
I know what question's coming.
We've been getting a lot of questions in the media for this. We just don't get the joke, man. He's a
No, don't even start. I heard the P and I know what you're gonna say. No.
He's a pickle.
Oh my.
All right. Good luck down there, Brock.
Get out of the booth.
I don't even know what he
Oh,
said.
I get it.
but,
I get it. Okay, never mind.
All
We
right.
knew
honestly
exactly
didn't-
what it was.
Honestly, didn't even hear what he said.
Oh, let me ask it again.
No, stop.
Yeah, good luck in round 2, man.
Aiden.
I don't get the joke. Is he like a pickle or what?
Oh my god. Aiden, stop. You're killing us here.
Aiden, I won't. Kieran Malcher's making threats towards his teammate.
Why is Rick giving me the stare? I'm like, someone should like fire that guy.
Hey, Aiden. Have you ever thought about not being on drugs?
Have I ever thought about not being a fucking dumbass? Is what you're asking?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
All right, now
What's
that
dumb?
that's over,
I actually have sea salt in my room right now. Moroccan sea salt spray.
that is not relevant to the conversation.
Sexy perfection with this texture. weightlessly
it was good
maneuver.
talking to you, Aiden.
Oh, okay, I'll stop.
All right, but now we head into the right side of the bracket, which is
That's
going to be
racist.
interesting.
You're
It is not. It is not racist.
Possibly true. I don't know.
I didn't even mean to say that. I just realized what I said.
All right, just getting everything set up and ready to go. Here, believe I got it right. Yes, I did. And yeah, there are. This one is expected to be fun.
This is the second group of death.
Yep. As it right back here, Alexander Rowe, the second seed in the tournament. Malcher made it through. Actually, if I'm correct, all 4 of the big seeds on the left side made it. Now we hit the right side. Will that change, do you think?
We'll just have to see because
We do
these
have
tournaments
Sylvan Oller
is
down there.
weird.
But Alexander Rowe starting on the front, he is the Kansas King. He's a really good speedway ringer, and he's the second seed in the tournament. This guy, if anyone is out here to try to rival the likes of Kieran Malcher, it's this guy.
Didn't Malcher take a win away from him at Kansas once? Or just didn't he win? Didn't Malcher go into his territory once and win? Or was that
Malcher
Big
has won at Kansas before, but not, 3 times the way
Yeah.
that Rowe has. And I do
But
expect a
this-
lot out of Rowe today.
Malcher's been showing a lot of speed here, though, so maybe this is going to be his payback.
The most
Maybe
important
being
factor,
Malcher.
though. The most important factor, though, being this is Pontiac's first Royale.
Oh yeah.
Their first time out here with this manufacturer. And, well, they got dunked through. Now it's Rowe's turn. That's alongside Tyler Thaber. Got a win earlier this year in the Cardiola Sprint, but no wins that are his own. Imagine how great it would be if he could come out here and take the Royale. That would be huge confidence booster for his career.
That'll be the biggest day of this young man's career.
I don't know. Getting the pole at tottering in a rank D was pretty remarkable.
On debut. All the way back when? That was 2014. And now we're here. Cordell Paulson. Well, Shane didn't make it through. Brock made it through. And now there's Paulson. And Finguy made it through as well. So, are we going to see a 2-2 split for the full frontals? Or are we just going to see Shane being left out? Knowing Paulson, I could see him 100% making it through. But the question is, who would it be over? And then there's, well, not Windhelm. It's Scott Roush. Roush and Windhelm did a car swap coming into the Royale, and Windhelm didn't even make it into the event. But Roush was locked in, despite us not knowing that going into the first heat and having to backtrack and take him out of the roster.
Yeah, you cucks.
But Roush coming in here, he's driving a Monarch, and that's the biggest question mark of if he can keep his speed up. His incredible speed he's had the last few races, but he's not in his Roush racing car anymore.
I mean, he could very well be driving a Monarch to make sure that he doesn't destroy the 38 car.
So we put Windhelm in the car?
Yeah. But
Weird
that,
flex, but
that
okay.
worked because Windhelm didn't make the race.
So, oh boy, this could probably be explosive because we know Rowe has been aggressive in the past. We know Paulson has been aggressive in the past back at Vegas last year. Rowe was at Hockenheim. Although Faber, not probably the only one who isn't really aggressive in this pack. Because Roush,
I've been aggressive on multiple occasions.
Yeah. It's just been Faber, who's more of a tame guy. So up against three guys who have been aggressive in the past, have been willing to push people out of their way, will Faber adjust?
I've done. Roush has dumped Vance Caldwell. We can't forget that one.
Yep. We know that Faber may have to adjust to their aggressive style and start putting out some aggression of his own, but I don't think Faber's ever been aggressive in his career.
I don't think he can. I don't think so either.
It would be a first for him if he would actually put it together and be aggressive.
Or he can just beat him on raw speed.
That could be the case. These Roush Racings have been on fire this year. Probably the fastest cars in the field. Their reliability is killing them, though. They may need some extra money.
He is the only other RE to win this season.
But cars are getting fired up. Duncan, you took the first of the left side. How about the first of the right side?
All right. Engines are fired up. Alexander Rowe. Well, TUA, I mean, they've got some, this is a fast team. They're going to be contenders. Duncan made it through. We're still waiting on Johan Arndt. But if Rowe's going to make it through, it's going to be tough. He's got some very hungry competition. This is one of the two groups of death. This is the udder. We saw the first. Here's the udder. The pace car is in. And we'll see what awaits us this time. This could be a wild one. And we're green for the second half of round number 1.
Oh, and Faber spun his tires pretty
Rowe got
hard.
an amazing start on that inside and it's pulled away, and that might just block him into the spot immediately.
Poor start by Faber. That might allow Paulson to take the second position. Yes, it does. Faber needs to get his momentum going again.
Is he has his teammate behind him who isn't his teammate right now, but he's his team owner.
Faber going to send it up the high side, and Paulson won't be able to block that one.
Windhelm right behind the both of them, and now he has a decision to make if he wants to make it 3 wide.
That's Roush.
Roush is definitely looking to make it 3 wide. He's going to squeeze it, but Faber will clear.
Oh, that's Roush.
Yeah, that might have been a strategic move by Roush to take some side draft off the 42.
Aiden, these are your teammates out here fighting for it.
Oh, here comes the 42 up the outside. I don't think he's going to have it, though.
He's building up momentum.
Oh, Faber's going to give him the space.
Or he's going to squeeze it instead.
Nope, Faber is being too nice right now. He gave Paulson the space.
Oh my god.
If that was
Faber.
anyone else, they would have squeezed him out, but Faber playing it nice.
Faber has some room right here. He's going to close it this time.
Paulson right on the back of Faber. Into
I
the
think
ring.
the goal for him is to catch up to that 41, get a cushion, and he's going to go up high again.
Paulson trying to find something in the middle. He didn't really get there.
But look at the
Faber
run.
is now pulling away from that 42. He could be on this back bumper of the 41 momentarily. That 35 car's been fast, is showing its speed right now. I mean,
Here we come. Back straight Roush in that Monarch. It's really not going the way he would have expected it to go. Oh, Faber did not get a good run.
Paulson going up the high side.
but he can't get around him again.
I think Paulson may have had to check up and to try and not go into the wall.
Paulson back.
This is risky to try to
going
use
for
the
the
inside.
crossover.
No.
Did not really get the entry speed there.
He's still right on the back of him, however.
You could still pull an inside move, but you gotta be there. You can't be this far out. And Paulson's losing
58
speed.
car to the outside.
It really said that lower groove just does not have any bite. I think Paulson was trying to just go slow in, fast out, but there was no fast out.
It wasn't there. There's no speed. Now Paulson's gonna bring it back in 1 and 2, bringing Roush with him.
The bottom just is not looking as good as it did last year.
Oh, Roush gave Paulson a huge push, and they've approached the 35 together.
The 58 is trying to push the 42
And
for his
here
own
comes the
advantage.
4. Oh,
58 to
look at the
inside of
run!
42.
And no momentum for Paulson. He got caught off guard there. Roush trying to squeeze him out.
White flag. Roush needs to go now if he wants any chance at taking down Faber. But look
He's
at the
trying.
run he's got! Roush has something on that low line!
He has something on that low line that the 42 does not.
Could we
Here
see
he
an
comes.
upset here? Could Roush take it away?
He's not going to make it too far, though, if he does it. But he's
Here
looking.
we go. Out of 3 and 4. I don't think Roush has enough. He doesn't. We'll make it through. Oh, Roush had one last charge at the end there, and he almost made it. But Rowe did exactly what Duncan did. Got out front and let the others fight behind him.
Roush had something saved in his pocket of tricks.
And Paulson will join Vincent in the garage. They'll have to pack it up.
And just like Vincent, he finished last in his heat.
Yeah, because Roush had one hell of a final charge, but the Monarch power is not going to suit him well. And yeah, that is...
At least he went out on a high, that's all I can say.
Yeah. As we look
Never
back...
want to go out on a low.
And am I correct on this? Yes, I think I am. That is the end of Monarch Motorsports in the Royale.
Very unfortunate running for them.
Roush was the only one who really got there, but it was the top 2 seeds in this one, although the other 2 put up a fight. But these first few rounds are going pretty... It's going too expected.
I agree. I'm also surfing the web and...
Stop.
What's happening to Quagmire over here?
No! No.
Oh my god.
I get the
Hey,
joke.
take someone, can you get him out of the...
Wait, actually, give me a second. I need to find out this.
What the fuck?
Alright, so that was eventful. But the next round is one that I think everyone's interested in, because it's the reintroduction of, this is the place where he got his nickname, the Disruptor, the reigning Royale champ. Now it gets interesting.
He was the underdog in the Royale when he was in the final race, and he stole it from Art.
Now he's coming into this event looking like he's not only not the underdog, but he's looking to be one of the favorites. to win it all, and I'm very excited to see what Ray's got up his sleeve.
Last time he just followed someone all the way through the bracket and then pulled out a trick up his that he had hidden up his sleeve. So hopefully he doesn't do similar for someone else.
It looks like, as we stand though, that Roger Ray is coming into this specific match being by far the favorite because he's up against 3 guys who are lights drivers.
Yeah.
As we come back up, it's Roger Ray, Chris Louviere back in the Royale for his first time since 15 or 16 that he drove for Maverick as a one-off, and he's here today for Ford now. And Allie Nelson's here. It's her debut start along with Peter Onjak. 2 people in their very first career starts. This is going to be very interesting to see. Nelson, known for her aggression, but she is a speedway ringer. So this could work in her favor, but so are the 2 guys ahead. Is Onjak a speedway?
He is a speedway guy. All of them are speedway guys.
So
Yeah,
it's 4 speedways.
Yeah, that's why Honda picked him out to drive the 55.
But we all gotta talk about this man right here, the Disruptor. Last year, he brought it home against, who was it? It was Caldwell, Arndt, and who else was in the final round? Carson, not Carson Bauer, what am I talking about? Max Anderson.
And he followed Caldwell all the way through.
I believe the only place where he wasn't making it through with Caldwell, was the round of 32, where he made it through with Sean Angel to then watch Angel get knocked out and to follow Caldwell all the way into the final 4, where he then overtook him and took the Royale. But now he's expected to be up here winning.
I don't know if you can expect him to win every single one of these, but I think he could definitely do it if he wanted to.
But then you got Chris Louviere, the driver for Nexus Motorsports, what is soon to be Southeast, down in lights. He's an odd one. I don't know what to say about him. He's had not as good of a season as his teammate down in lights, but he's coming here today with his teammate missing the Royale, so I guess he gets to have that laugh over him.
Yeah.
But Chris, starting on the front row, he got a decent seed. Can he carry that through to the next round? Allie Nelson, very aggressive. But
she is extremely aggressive.
Like, she is kind of a female Shane Vincent almost. So we'll have to see in that 26. Jock Allison's giving her a try, but
a lot of volatile young drivers in this group. That could also mean a lot of potential. I think, I'm not going to say that Roger Ray is going to run away with this. I think he should watch his back.
And then Peter Onjak, who drives for, I believe, Onjak drives for Scandia, correct?
He does drive for Scandia, which is a B team to TRA.
Yeah, they'll be that team will be rebranded as Sinclair Canada Racing, to my knowledge. Or is it Sinclair? Or is it Motorsports?
And they are wearing pink and orange as their colors next season, even though that won't be on any paint schemes.
So, very exciting to see if Roger Ray is going to be able to fend them off, or are they going to upset and maybe even knock him out of the tournament? All right. Roush, you want to take this one?
Yes. We have 4 drivers all capable of doing things in this tournament.
Nice.
I get it now. It's Quagmire Toilet. It's so funny.
What is wrong with you?
All right, but
everything. So.
Oh, by the way, I'm back.
Chris Louviere has prior experience in the Royale. in a different format, along with Roger Ray, who was last year's winner, and Ali Nelson, who is very aggressive. Damn it. Damn it.
You really
It's
did not.
green flag, actually.
Yeah, interesting thing to note. This is Chris Louvier's, like, while he may be, like, you know, young and inexperienced, this is actually Louvier's second Royale.
Yeah.
He ran the Royale a while back.
Before we say the action, I want to quote Peter Onjak here. He believes there is a pickle in his car to give him the luck for this heat, and
That's not something he
That's
said.
quoted. That's quoted. I
That's
could take
not
a picture
something he
of
said.
it.
Oh, Nelson's aggressive.
Nelson is flying. She has cleared Louvier on the inside and is going after Ray.
That
Attempting to
she
pass now the
pushed him
Royale
up the
champion.
track. She is pushing people out of her way. Ray, not an extremely aggressive guy, up against Ali Nelson, who is pretty much notorious for being very pushy, wanting to get what she wants. But against a Royale champion,
Oh my god.
But she
how
is
safe is Ray gonna
side
play
slamming
it?
that 08.
Louvier normally aggressive, but he seems to be biding his time.
He could be waiting to see who comes out of this as the loser, so he can take
And
this.
Ali Nelson gets the lead away. Oh,
Oh,
He's
but here
fighting on
comes
the
the
outside.
08 right back on the outside.
Ray is not done with her.
He's using that sad draft.
Oh.
look at how close this is between these two.
I think she's got him cleared.
She does. Wow.
But
Oh,
he's going right back to the
Ray
outside.
sends it.
the disruptor round the outside. He's got the run. He's got the line. Push back up. Chris is just watching. He's not
can't do
acting on
anything.
anything.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just not as fast as we were expecting.
And Onjak is nowhere.
Yeah,
I guess
Onjak
that
seems to be
pickle
struggling
actually
for speed a
isn't
little bit.
helping his performance, unfortunately for him.
Nelson getting really close to that 08.
Nelson is giving Ray no space whatsoever.
And I
Ray
think
is
he
now
just
going
let
to
her go.
back- Ray going back in the
I
line.
don't think he's going to really battle with her, but now the 36 is coming.
The question is, did Ray just back off because he felt that that situation was too dangerous?
Here comes the
Honestly,
36.
I would not disagree with that because she was getting way too aggressive. It may have just been a better move to let her go.
But the
Yeah,
36
but now-
is now
but-
gaining.
But now Louvier is getting in his clutches.
Oh,
so that may have just been a
Louvier.
big mistake.
Louvier has now.
What is this?
But the 08 car has now gotten better off the exit. I think that's going to be Ray in, unless something drastic
Louisiana
happens.
is hungry.
Through 1 and 2. Louvier is just, again, he's just waiting. I don't know what he's waiting for. He's got a lap and a half left to do something.
Maybe he just does not have the speed. He's trying to get there, but he just cannot find the run.
I think it's more that Ray is gaining back on Ali Nelson.
It's
Yeah, he
also
gained a
just the
little-
experience gap between these two.
He's just
Ray-
he's trying to make Louvier use all of his stuff.
It seems
Oh.
like Louvier has been
But
really
Look at how
Louvier
close he
Ray
is.
split.
He's there.
Effort.
Could we
This could be
see
the
a
biggest
huge
upset
upset?
in the Royale.
He tags his rear end.
Oh, he got into him. Yeah, he's trying.
Is he gonna bump him? Is he getting him out of the way himself?
No.
Ray up the
No.
track.
Go low.
No, not
Doesn't
enough.
have the run.
No ups here today. Ali Nelson.
That is
What a
a-
run for her.
And your reigning Royale champion moves on to round 2.
He
Chris
could be
Louvier-
doing the
Chris
exact.
Louvier's second Royale will come to an early end.
This could be Ray could be setting himself up to do the exact same thing he did last year.
And Louvier made a last-ditch effort for it. It didn't come through. He should
I
have
don't-
made the dive, but on Jack, there was nothing. There was nothing in that 55.
Yeah, that's just a shame.
But congratulations, Ali Nelson of all people. Really, that aggression actually came through and was able to earn her that win, but that was the Ali Nelson aggression we know her for. As we head back to your bracket, and oh boy, Nelson is going to be on the front row. Uh-oh. Oh, that's also looking like another dangerous matchup. Especially with Allie Nelson just hanging out in the mix.
Ollie Nelson up front could spell trouble for some people.
But she
Particularly
seemed to
Rock-
favor the inside there and not the outside.
Allie
She'll be
Nelson
on the
is
outside now.
Scary inside.
But we're about to head into our final group. We're going to see both Arnts, 2 Monacos, and Royale champion Sean Angel, along with the guy who was so close to winning the Royale last year, John Arndt, the meme man himself, PJ Karenko, the 8th seed by surprise, Steele Van Aller, and Priya McShane.
Priya McWhat?
Just
Priya McWhat. Just Priya. It's fine. Priya is
Priya
definitely the
McWhat?
underdog. Priya is probably the biggest underdog left in the entire tournament bracket.
McBain. Big
I
Bang.
don't think she gonna make it.
We're on to Group D now, the final group of the round. And
Dale.
once we get past this, it's going to start speeding up because there would only be a few matches left before it's going to start really heating up. But now we get into the match. It's the double Arnts. John and Johan Arndt both going to be their last Royales as they've announced their retirements. It's going to be Ryan Monaco's last Royale, and PJ Karenko's moving down to lights. So we may not see a single one of these 4 in the Royale next year.
Yeah, it's definitely sad to see a lot of these drivers going, especially John Arndt. Like, Arndt has had an absolutely incredible career.
It
Like-
started
like-
really rough, but
Yeah, but
man,
yeah,
did it
but
pick
he
up.
obviously turned it around, and
Almost won a championship while at his career.
yeah,
goals.
the kind of things he's accomplished, he's definitely going to be an inductee into the Hall of Fame when he retires.
Absolutely. He's one of, let's see, one of 4 people to get 4 race wins in one season. Which is joined by Brock, Anderson, and Vincent. Adam Vincent, not Shane. For the people who haven't been around for that long.
They're,
think
they're not related, by the way.
Well, I think they're distant cousins by the 8th regard. So
No.
One of
back in
them's American,
605
one of them's
Well,
Luxembourgish.
back in 605, it might have been different. They might have been Brokakotskis.
What the fuck?
Brokakotskis.
Doing some fist bumps in
What the
605 culture.
Aiden, what are you on?
It's called possibility.
So as we move on,
Someone who is retired, who will not be here next season, will definitely make it through. It's just a matter of who.
so as here is your screen where we're up. Johan Arndt, the 2-time PLS champion. I say it every time he's on screen because what an accomplishment it was. But this is This is it for Johan Arndt. Only a few rounds left, and he'll be going home with John. And
Having some soup or something. I don't know what brothers do nowadays.
they're not brothers; they're cousins.
Cousins do nowadays.
Because John is American, Johan is German.
Well,
was-
actually, I've seen on internet what cousins do nowadays, but I don't really want to talk about that.
That's only really in the South.
Stop.
But along with Ryan Monaco, man, his international tour did not
It's
go
only
well.
in the South and Ohio.
This is the
maybe
guy
some
replacing you,
Norwegian
Aiden.
death metal culture in there. as
Oh
well.
yeah, I don't think Ryan Monica's making it far though. I don't have too much hope.
Could get a little bit of New York.
He
Yeah,
took all
I'm
of
gonna
my
have to
hope.
agree.
He took all of my hope and threw it away, and last week.
When he had an abysmal tour, and really his return we all thought would be amazing, and it just wasn't. He's just been slow. Really,
Slow and crashing.
really slow, and I don't expect him to get far, but it's his last Royale, so he's gonna get to go out. He made the show, and
Yeah,
this
maybe
is
he'll-
the
maybe he'll
end for Ryan
surprise
Monaco.
us.
Hopefully, he'll surprise us.
Continuing to pursue his occupation as womanizer.
What
Yeah,
the
but-
fuck?
But John Arndt will definitely be one to keep an eye on. Yeah, Arndt, I mean, Didn't he make it to the finals last year?
He was, if I'm correct, runner-up. I believe he was runner-up last year. It might have been
Martin was in the
Caldwell.
Final Four last year.
But he was definitely in the Final Four. He was a huge threat. If he doesn't make it here today, that would be a huge upset. So, Aiden, are you taking this one, or am I taking this one?
You should probably take this one, or things will go out of hand.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, the cars are fired up. And what could be the last Royale for all 4 of these guys? Although, Cranko will probably return next year in a one-off, but...
You don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet, but the other 3... This is it.
I expect him to find work with some PLS team. He may, we might see him on a part-time basis next year.
For at least one of those 3, it's the end of the road in the Royale, and it could be the end of the road for Ryan Monaco's career out of the last corner, and we're coming down to the green flag, the 6th match of the round of 32. Green flag is in the air.
An amazing start on the outside for what we've seen. Both
Dead
runners are side by
even
side.
on the start.
But that's where the inside
Head
pulls.
through one.
When you're speeding up, the outside has no speed. You need to be up to speed before the outside can do anything. But Ryan may get it on John Arndt here. They're touching. Oh, Ryan.
Arndt does not want to give him that outside.
Arndt.
But he'll have to.
Aren't leading this race.
The cousins together.
They're conquering the speedway.
Now, does Ryan have anything, or are we just going to see International Tour Ryan Monaco come back?
I think we're seeing International Tour Ryan Monaco. He's
I don't
already
know, we have
falling off.
6 laps to go.
And John Arndt is looking fast once again.
He's trying to push Johan away.
Is he going to work with him, or is he going to work against him? Ryan!
Vengeance. He's looking underneath. Ryan's searching for a line.
What's the speed difference?
He
He's
might
a
have
little
found
faster
something.
there. He's got to run. Make it work, Ryan. If you want to be in this, you got to make it work. Oh, not a good run in 1 and 2 at all.
I think that's it.
And this is the only hope for Fitzwater Australia. This is the only man that Fitzwater Australia has in this field.
They made it to the court. I believe they made it to the semis last year,
Oh,
but
it aren't to the inside of
that's
Arndt.
all I got this time.
RE.
And
John and
the
Johan, they
cousins going,
touch?
and they are not giving each other an inch. No love lost between these two.
Family does not matter in this scenario because you're fighting for a lot of money.
I'd shoot my dad for a Royale championship. This is just what drives me.
What the fuck have you done?
Johan holding him off for now. But John's going to probably send it again.
This
He is
may not be a
really
fight for a transfer spot, but it's a fight nonetheless.
He is real. Arndt is really good in 3 and 4.
I think this is it for Ryan, though. I think he doesn't have. I don't think he has enough speed.
No, Ryan is just going back to his international tour ways, and it's just unfortunate.
It's been very difficult for him to get used to the new vehicle we have.
Package.
Well,
Here
you have
we
to hope
come.
for something to happen. And with how hard these two cousins are going at it, I wouldn't be surprised.
He's really on that quarter panel. Was really on that quarter panel on exit.
And oh my, Arndt is so close, but he's just not getting there.
Which one?
The one behind. Oh, they touched the back end a little. Their ends together. This is close. I don't like this.
He is one of Scott Ganassi's horses in this race in the Royale, trying the high side.
He's got it. He's got the line.
He's like,
He is
Johan could not block
determined.
him off.
White
He's gonna have a
flag.
lap to do it.
And that's it for Ryan Monaco for sure now. As if there was anything. As if he had any hope.
Johan's got nothing for him. He's not gonna have anything. This is all John, and he's picking up where he left off last year. Just as strong.
Johan.
Oh, he's getting the outside too.
Johan
He's
not
got
giving
it.
up.
No.
But he's not going to get there.
And John Arndt wins, and it's going to be Arndt and Arndt going through. The cousins go together. Ryan, that's the end of the road for his career.
That's he's just gonna take his final bow, and that's likely the end of the show. For him, that's the end of the show for him. That's curtains.
And the
Same
Mean
for
Man.
Karenko, who was just nowhere. He could not keep up.
The Mean Man does not make it through.
Well,
And yeah,
wanna
I kind of saw this come.
speak about Australia while we're at this for Fitzwater Australia Racing. There are currently wildfires in the country of Australia. and we need
Too
help.
early. It's 2018.
I traveled in time and I saw my future and distant cousin
Aiden, stop.
Grosjean.
Just
Aiden, stop. The doctors gave you too much LSD. Just stop.
Australian homie. Sorry.
So the 19th seed takes
More
the win. And the one thing I've noticed, not a single person on the bottom of any of these matches have gone through.
Oh
A
yeah.
few put up a fight. But Roush especially, Roush put up a fight. Freeman put up a bit of a fight. Griffin put up a fight. But none of
Both
them
Roush
have made
and
the cut.
Griffin put up a hell of a fight.
But none of them made it.
And now one match left of the round of 32 before we head... Oh boy, before we head to cut the field down in half once more to come to the final 8. And this one's an interesting one because the pole sitter is a red stallion in the form of CL Van Aller.
Yeah, Van Aller on seed number 8.
What a performance
Outstanding
out of it.
qualifying run. Red Stallion really surprised some people in the qualifying sessions.
Oldest
Especially
guy
with
in the Royale.
Fuller definitely was a shocker.
It really was, and she's made it through. What about CL? Is it his turn to do it as well? This team, and imagine if this team won the Royale. That would up their chances of a C-rank car exponentially. That would put them right in the heat of a possible rank C, and it's exactly what they need. And they're actually putting themselves into a position where it's not out of the realm of possibility.
They've been trying to get out of rank D for a long time now.
They've almost lost their charter. They've almost not had enough money to pay for it. It's been really unfortunate for that team. Season 1 glory, and then it's just all came down shit, really.
They lost their driver of age,
Well,
Shepard.
Yeah, when you're talking about the downfall, you were right in the midst of it when it happened.
It's unfortunate. Having
But-
a pit here on the last lap and giving Zachary Fitzwater the win was a joke to our American people, I must say.
Oh no. Texan
Those
rant
damn
incoming.
Australians. They are not the true y'all Texans we have today.
Oh no. It's just like the rant goes, and as it goes on, your voice gets more and more southern.
Now, just so
Donald
you
Trump
know,
has
Aiden,
been
if you
Great
start wrecking,
Republican.
I don't think
alright,
I've
but-
broken the news
Ted
to you,
Bundy, I mean,
Aiden.
wrong Ted Cruz, been
I don't
supporting
think-
our party greatly.
I don't think I've told you the news yet, Aiden.
Sir?
So if you start wrecking extremely hard next season, and at the end of this season, Barlow's going to take your spot.
Classified information.
It's just if you start getting hurt again.
It's the Texaco spirit, baby. It's all in the name of Texas.
I already have your replacement picked out.
Everything's
so
bigger in Texas, including the Rex.
Including my peanut.
I really hate that though.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including the fracture in your wrist.
Including
and your
the
brain damage.
Hell yeah, let's go, baby. Yeehaw.
But this
So-
is it, guys. The last race of the round of 32.
So do you, we're gonna
No,
have to talk
wait,
about
I'm
sponsors.
dumb.
But
We're gonna have to talk about
F1 kid
sponsors
needs to be
later.
taught a lesson.
Aiden, we're gonna have to talk about sponsors later though.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Texaco all the way, baby. I drink their oil. Great. 100% certified. Petroleum.
No.
Give me a
That's
Texaco.
concerning.
All right, we're getting Bartlett in here sooner than I expected.
Invincible. I am Iron Man. I am Texaco Man.
And there we are.
Seal Van Aller got Red Stallions, the lovable minnows of the Sunoco Elite Series. They are determined to make something happen in the Royale, man.
And the
then you-
only Dutch driver in ISCRO, if I'm correct.
Ever. Other than
That
his son that will make an appearance next season.
Yep,
Yeah.
his son's
Ah,
coming
yes.
into Panasonic
Our
Light
daughter
Like
Simulator.
CL Van Aller Jr., or Junior Van Aller, as he likes to be called. He'll be driving forward a new Hayes Automotive team next year, to my knowledge.
Do it for CL.
And then we have the Cathedral of Connor Monaco on the outside of this.
The
Yeah,
cathedral.
yes, Connor Monaco. He has a very rabid fan base. Like there's a website called churchofconnormonaco.com. They love this kid. And I mean Honda loves him too. He's a talented young driver, and this is his second Royale. He's gonna make sure to make something happen. And we move on to the second row there. Sean Angel, former Royale champion. Could he become a 2-time Royale champ?
In fact, back with the old Royale system, he had the best score that anyone had ever gotten. Which, if I'm correct, was an 8.
The
And-
mastermind behind these vehicles, Benoit Ravine, has done wondrous job this giving.
He's also an illegal distributor of drugs.
That is not true. I do not believe that.
That is a rumor.
That's a rumor. It's a rumor. I don't know
But-
where you're getting your facts from, but
But
let me
Benoit
tell
has
you the
been
overall thing.
Benoit has really been up in the development this year, and Angel returning to the team this year has exploded. And if anyone has a chance to become a 2-time Royale champion, it's Angel.
I wonder what's in that car.
Probably cocaine, knowing Benoit.
It's
And Priya McShane, who, despite not really being disliked on the grid, she's a nice person, but
She's
man, she is not that good of a driver.
Like she's an underdog
she's a
here.
lesbian. She's a lesbian, and that's why she's a bad driver.
Stop.
But next year she will be driving for Fallout Racing.
All right,
In a
you're
very-
you're getting out of this down booth, Aiden.
Accidental. I love LGBTQ.
But Priya,
Accidental.
it's gonna be tough.
I can't
So-
move you fast enough.
Ever saying that because I do not believe it.
So we're getting set up, ready to go. This one's gonna be odd.
I'm gonna make an out of character thing. I don't actually hate the LGBTQ community. That was a joke.
You still hurt me.
They're still going on that.
But
No. No.
so who's taking this one?
Not me. Aiden, you do it.
Oh boy. He's just
You're in the
silent.
you're in the booth.
Do it. Do
Ah,
it.
fuck.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Fine,
do
I'll do
it.
it.
No, I'm talking to Aiden.
No.
Do
I know,
it.
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. Oh, yeah, I got 2 BMWs in this too. Wonder if they're
Yeah.
gonna work together. Probably not. Well, I mean, they don't
Probably-
work together. They don't work together in the start, and then all bets are off from there.
I mean,
But-
one's basically a Trailblazer car because they do have their own manufacturer over on the sports car scene.
I mean, they keep saying that they're bringing it, like they're gonna bring it over to the Elite Series. They've talked
But
about it
they
for
never
years,
do.
but it's still BMWs for now. Pace cars in. Let's see what Van Aller can do from the pole. He leads them down, and we're green for the final race of round 1.
dead even at the start for both.
And
ways.
Not a
Angel-
bad start.
Angel's
Not a
immediately
bad
going
start
for it.
Van Aller. But Angel gets a better
Oh no,
run.
Priya.
Wow! What a run for the 78. Blazing fast.
That's a Royale champ for you.
Connor's kind of in trouble here.
Connor
need to do
Monaco,
something.
He's boxed in.
He's doing something.
He's gonna try to squeeze Van Aller.
Oh, I don't like
Van
this.
Aller's blocking.
No!
Let me get together.
And an
Oh!
All three cars just got involved in that.
And
ends in
Angel
tears.
will get a free ticket into the round of 16, and Connor, unless the damage is too much for him. But Van Aller's...
I mean, pretty sure no
Van Aller
penalties
got
are in.
completely screwed over by
No, they just got squeezed.
Yeah, pretty sure there's no. I mean, I don't think there's a lot. I don't think penalties just get handed out in the Royale unless it's like really egregious, like
Yeah.
a certain thing that happened a few years ago.
They just squeezed her. It was a matter of time before an incident happened, and Connor Monaco and CL Van Aller get together, and Van Aller, just like that, he went from a very high seed to out of the Royale just that quick.
That was
Connor
really
going to get
unfortunate,
very lucky, I think. Yeah, I think he has the least damage out of these cars.
None of are electing a pit. They're all gonna finish it out. Good for them. Good for Priya. Priya did not make the Royale last year, and back when she was a replacement driver for Zachary Fitzwater Sr. And she made the Royale this year. That's a huge step for her.
What a way
Bit
to
unfortunate
end
though.
this.
Bit unfortunate to get damaged though, because that is a old chassis. They don't have a lot of cars. They don't really have a lot of Elite Series cars. They had to kind of scrape this entry together.
Yeah, this is a
an
Ford
old
Fusion.
This is an old RRE car.
Yeah, their chassis is a few years old.
And, well, they made it as far as they could have. And honestly, if she would have avoided that wreck, she probably would be in right now. But
She
She
almost
didn't.
did. She did
It was
an
a
amazing job on the front straight. Trying. Fortunately, that front
huge
stretch
improvement.
walls right there.
huge improvement for Priya this year, though.
That is such, man,
That was
just
a
a terrible
heartbreaker.
luck for this team for an incident that happened at the end of these qualifiers.
But Sean Angel, he's going. I mean, it's a good thing he got that jump, but he was ready for the drop of that green flag. I mean, Angel's a drop. I mean, yeah, the Canadian, he knows how to win a Royale. He is focused.
He knows this is a race of survival and not one where you exactly need to be the fastest car all the time.
Hell, Ray proved that. He wasn't the fastest car until it really mattered. And Angel gonna come out here, and it's cruise control for the 78. He'll roll through the last few corners, and wreck early is gonna end this first round.
Peter on Jack has made another comment, but this time it is that Aiden is getting suspended for actions detrimental to the booth.
I swear to God, I did not mean that statement.
Sean Angel will take an easy ticket to round number 2. Connor Monaco went out in round number 1 last year. This time around, little messy, but it does move on to the next round.
But I
And good
don't
for the
think
other two that they were able to make it back and finish the
I
race.
don't think the crew will be too happy with Connor Monaco though, because he got that car damaged, and they have to get that thing ready for the next round, and then the round for Homestead.
Yeah, whatever
Olive
works.
did
We're gonna need to
come
get a
out
replay. We're gonna need to get a replay there.
So
We
they
do.
might
We need to
be-
get a replay
They're
on
not
that.
going to be in trouble, but
So
that
here is
crew
what
will not be
happened.
happy.
As we came through, it was a battle between Aller and Angel, and Connor boxed in, panicked, and decided to go for it up high. CL did not know he was there, thought he was clear, and came down. And that would be the end of Van Aller and Priya McShane's Royale hopes. And Connor with damage, they'll have to get it into the back. They're gonna have to get it repaired, although they're the last match of the round of 16, so they got time. So they're going to get that car patched up and ready to go again. But Sean Angel did not have to use much of that equipment. That is really good for him. He's just going to be able to save what he's got and use it later.
But again, that crew will definitely not be happy with Connor Monaco.
No, not at all, but they will get the car fixed.
They will. I'm not saying they won't.
And Angel, in fact, because Arndt won the first one, Angel will be starting on pole for his round. So this is big. And that is the first of the big seeds, the big 8 seeds to be knocked out. CL Van Aller.
But it wasn't really unexpected.
It wasn't unexpected, but he did seem to have some fight in him.
He did have some fight, yeah.
Terrible start at the line, and then it just got worse out of turn 4.
So there it is, your round of 16. Eric Monaco, Kieran Mulcher, Paul Jackson, Jeffrey Finguy, Morgan Fuller, Alex Bignacco, William Duncan, William Brock, Alexander Rowe, Tyler Thaber, Ali Nelson, Roger Ray, John Arndt, Johan Arndt, Sean Angel, and Connor Monaco will make it through. One rank D remains, and there is no rank C's in sight. The big outlier here is that number 70, Morgan Fuller.
But Morgan Fuller was able to put something together, so she could very well take another win, even if she just does what she did last time.
Now we go around to 16. It will be more 7-lap shootouts. We head to the semifinals, the round of 8. It will be 10 laps, and then the finals will be 15. So we head into the second round. Any thoughts?
Nothing yet. It's definitely gonna get a lot crazier from here on out, I guess. Like a lot of fast cars are getting paired together, especially that very first matchup. That's going to be the highlight right here.
And not to mention, there's going to be a bunch of aggressive drivers being paired together as well.
I have also found that there have been a lack of upsets, I'd say. Not many.
Yeah, this went almost exactly how I expected. The only one I would say was an outlier, other than Morgan Fuller, was Ali Nelson, who is actually the lowest remaining seed, is the 21st seed. So we knocked out 22 through 32. That's pretty big.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But now it gets fun. We could see some upsets here. The favorites going into this first round, is there even a favorite here?
I honestly no. There's too many variables here.
There's way too many variables between these four. If we're saying anyone's a favorite, it would be the high seeds in that scenario, being Mulcher Jackson. The first and third seeds paired together, we could see one of the top 4 seeds knocked out of the tournament right here, right now, because Eric Monaco will be starting on outside pole.
Everybody does have a story to tell. Eric Monaco absolutely has been on fire in his later half of the career. Kieran Mulcher has done an insanely good job here. He is just amazing. It's like he was bred for this specific speedway. Paul Jackson, SCS legend, probably the best SCS driver of all time. And Jeffrey Finguy is a global phenomenon, racing in the 24 Hours of Italy, in the World IndyCar Championship.
The drivers in the paddock were laughing their asses off because, quote, Connor Monaco achieved comedy.
He also got the pickle joke, I see.
And I do want to...
I don't understand those drivers sometimes.
I want to emphasize Jeffrey Finguy, the oldest driver remaining. And if I'm correct, the only driver who is above 30. And he's 38. He's old, and he's coming out here ready to fight with all these younger guys. If I would say anyone's the underdog in this first match, it's Jeffrey Finguy, despite him being a good speedway guy.
I don't think so.
Just from his age.
One of the best overall drivers and most experienced drivers, I'd say, of anybody in this Royale regardless. I mean, with so many disciplines under his belt and so much success on each one, I don't
He's just the
think
best well-rounded driver
I
here.
believe so. And I think he knows every little inch of that car's handling and capabilities that he's going to push through.
He definitely has experience. A lot
I
of
don't
it.
doubt him one bit.
I don't doubt
But
anyone.
at the
If
same
anyone
You doubt
time-
comes
him
with this
every
lead, I
single
wouldn't be
bit, Kyle.
surprised.
Well, no, I don't doubt his ability. I just think that the others are so much stronger. And you
Look at
can't
this
you can't
season.
exactly
Yes, good.
disagree that the other guys are strong because Finn guy, keep in mind, just came out of retirement from ISCRO. And now
I
he
just
was had to
guess
be
this
put
is
back into
another
a car.
group of death, really. This is just another group of death, really.
Oh yeah. This is a group of death, but I think Finn guy, especially because he's starting at the rear as well, he's going to have the biggest uphill battle, but I would not count him out one bit. Not at all. And Finn guy's confident here. He was hounding the back of Jackson in the
He
first
has
round.
more
So
speed in that car. He just wasn't willing to show it.
we'll see if all four of these guys will show it here. As there's
They
really
might
no
have-
need.
They might have to.
Really no need for introductions for these guys because, well, we all just saw them in action and they returned back. It is the Mavericks on the front row because they both won their races, but Jackson is the higher seed. So Jackson back on pole. Can he keep the momentum going?
Welcome back, Rocket.
This is looking to be fun. And there's 2 full frontals left in the competition. And there's 2 Mavericks left in the competition. Both are right here.
There's only There's only 2 RREs as well.
So there's 2 of each of the big teams left, right?
Worst case
The only
scenario,
one with
this could be
3
the end
is-
for Maverick.
The only one of the big teams with 3 is TUA, who have all 3 of their full-time drivers in this still.
Could they be the favorite? I mean, they do look pretty quick.
Especially Rowe, who is, Rowe. But 20 seconds left until these guys are going to fire up their cars and get rolling.
Now is
Any-
the perfect time to start advertising for Benoit's illegal drugs.
No,
No.
it's not.
No,
illegal.
now is the time to talk about our sponsor, Rage Shop. No,
I fucking hate you.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, especially because I might get copyrighted for that. You never know.
Hey,
Why is Walter starting third? Why is Walter starting third?
Because he got second in his heat, in his first round matchup.
Yeah.
But he's the higher seed to Finn guy, so he starts third.
Haha. I'm having reports that Kieran Malcher has had an aneurysm in his car right now after hearing that.
So we roll through. I'll take this one. This is possibly going to be maybe the biggest matchup of the tournament. These are 4 big, experienced speedway guys, and it's looking to be explosive. Out of turns 3 and 4, the first match of the round of 16 is about to get underway here in Homestead. Green flag is in the air.
You see, I'm not as high
Oh
energy
my
as you
god,
guys.
what a terrible start from that 87.
Eric.
Let's fight.
That is a really good start for that 37 car.
The 40 is being held up because it's in Jackson trying to run away.
But I wonder if he'll bring Malcher with him.
Mulcher is being hounded by the 87 and the 40 as they're both watching him now. And there's Eric,
Eric's going
Maverick,
for it.
trying
Eric
to go
got
together
pushed.
into the round of 8.
Maverick doesn't have a good history in the Royale. Trying to turn it around.
Focus on these 3 right here. These 3. Finn guy is waiting. There he is. He's done waiting for 37. Mulcher, the first seed's in trouble.
Oh,
This is gonna be a tight race.
Especially with a guy who is known for being pretty aggressive on his inside. How much can he afford to fight him here before something may go wrong? Finn guy is going to hold strong. He actually held really strong on that inside, and he might actually start going after Eric here. The oldest guy left in the field is making making it work. Can he clear the 37? Oh, it's close. He really wants to. My God, it's close.
Jackson's just he's trying to overcome that Royale curse. Jackson's never really done that well in the Royale.
Here comes Finn Guy to the inside of Monaco.
If Jackson does an achievement in the Royale today, he will probably cement his reign as the best SES driver of all time.
The only thing left that Anderson has over Jackson at this point, because Jackson's got more wins, it's the wins and the Royale. If Jackson can solidify the Royale here, it would be completely out of the question that Jackson would be the greatest of all time. There would not even be any question about it.
However, it seems like Finguy and Monaco have both caught up to the back of Jackson.
Mulcher is done. I think Mulcher's done.
Malcher's having issues with that car.
Oh, Eric did not get a good run. This is Finguy's chance. Could we see the oldest guy left actually make it to the round of 8 and beat Eric Monaco? He is hounding the back. He'll choose the inside over the outside. That's what he chose on Mulcher.
Finguy's pretty good in that middle group.
But he can't get to the inside of him. He needs to get there before he can.
We know how strong the outside can be.
He needs to get there. Here comes Mulcher. Mulcher's right back in it again.
Mulcher is closing back in on these two, and a good outside run here, and he might be able to get back in this. He could try and pull a Scott Roush and get himself a good run. Oh, but Finguy's up high. He'll go up high.
This is allowing Mulcher back in it.
I feel like he moved high intentionally to get some space between them. Maybe go after a big outside run through 3 and 4 in this last lap. Jackson's gone. He'll make the round of 8. Who will be the next one? Will we see both Mavericks, who were the only 2 Mavericks left who were actually made it to the tournament itself? Are they both going to make it to the round of 8? Can Finguy do anything? No. And both Mavericks will go through. Jason Wolf will have to be very happy because it's Jackson and Eric Monaco moving on to the round of 8. And Jeffrey Finguy is out.
That is honestly a shocker.
Hey, why is your chat bar yellow?
What?
Your chat bar is yellow.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean my chat bar is yellow?
Oh, no, it's not.
In game. In game.
Oh, in game.
I don't know. But
Oh, it's nothing.
I was just seeing. Okay, I was just seeing. I wanted to make sure.
Finguy now out of the tournament. I mean, it's his last Royale. He made it at least through 1 round, but that's it for Finguy. And the first seed in the tournament is gone. The favorite to win it has been eliminated in the round of 16.
It shows how just unpredictable the Royale is.
I mean, it shows how
It really
competitive
does.
this was. This is basically the ultimate. Like this round was. This particular race is like the ultimate group of death in this tournament.
So
A lot
I don't
calmer
blame
than I
Mulcher
expected
for
it to be.
losing this one at all. It's not really his fault.
And there it is. Kieran Mulcher and Jeffrey Finguy are out of the tournament. The 16th seed is still here. But the big thing to note, Jackson has won both of his matchups so far. Meaning right now, if he makes it to the finals here, he could be in a good position to sit on the front row.
Oh yeah, it's possibly Mulcher's last Royale as well.
It could be. He's taking a sabbatical, so you never know. He may return one day, but as
Or
it
he
stands...
could be taking a Mika Hakkinen sabbatical and not return at all.
That's Mika though. Mika's
So-
just Mika.
We're still waiting for that return, Mika Hakkinen, if you're watching.
Now we move... Oh boy. This one's... The next one's going to be interesting. This is Group B. Going with a rank B, 2 rank A's, and Morgan Fuller. Do you think Fuller has anything for these guys? Or could this be the end of the line?
I think I don't know. Her car is really holding her down. We've seen the lower ranks just suffer, and Morgan didn't do that at first, but to keep doing that throughout the Royale almost seems impossible.
Yeah. Again, this is where Sean Angel got eliminated in the quarterfinals. And now Fuller will see, can she surpass Angel's mark in the Royale last year? It's a hefty mark with who she's up against. But at the same time, with how she did, I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, she has definitely improved as a driver ever since season 1 in POS. Been rising the ranks as she's aged. Absolutely amazing driver. Probably going to become a veteran one day if she keeps this career up of hers.
But she's moving to the new Bavarian Thunder Racing next season, which is good for her. She's got a ride for next year. But she's got to prove her worth now. More than ever. Even though she's got that ride, she can't just let up.
I will say that
she has to
if she
prove her
does
doubters
have,
wrong.
I was just going down there to see what they thought. That was an unexpected result to them. They said,
Really?
yeah, they
Drive-
expected.
we're driver's paddock. You can't trust any of them.
they thought different.
So the paddock it was surprised by that outcome. Very interesting. And as we come into this,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
just
know.
keep going back and forth between here and the paddock so I can give you guys what they think.
Well,
Cut.
first and foremost, before you go to that paddock, we need
Well,
you
I
to
mean,
open
I'm-
up. We need you to announce this race.
We've got a race to do.
We got a race to start, and I'm handing it off to you. Don't choke it this time, though.
4 cars.
This summer.
This summer.
Sunday.
4 cars on Sunday night.
If you can put 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get a movie for free. SES Downplay.
All right.
Yes, hell.
Anyways,
Coming in theaters. near
William
hell.
Duncan is probably the hands down favorite to take this win in this heat, considering he won his last one in a landslide, or maybe Morgan Fuller can take the upset. We're going to find out after 7 laps here if either will be the case as we take the green flag and we are racing in the bottom half of the bracket
That
once
was
more.
the best case of scenario for Fuller.
Like, Duncan's definitely focused. I don't even know if he's particularly trying to win the Royale. I think he's just trying to get. He's the one to get his mojo back.
He's
Brock
just
is
he's
light
just
on
so
Fuller.
focused, and right now Fuller and Benyako are just leaning on each other.
Fuller, what are you gonna do? Are you going to do what you did in
Yep.
round 1? Yep,
Yep.
she's going on the wall.
Don't expect Fuller to give an inch.
But this is
But-
Alex Benyako. Benyako won his heat to lock himself into the Royale. He's one of the
better
favorites.
Look out, Alex. Brock's joining Fuller up on that high side.
Fuller better
Oh.
look out as well.
That changes things because now Fuller has help in the form of one of the greatest of all time. And she's gonna clear. Wow. Is she really trying going to upset this? Brock's maybe trying to go through the middle? No.
Oh,
Brock's
glad
been held up by
he
these
fought
two.
better at that one.
That was going to be a bad ending.
Yeah,
Look at
if he
it.
would have tried that. Brock's more experienced than that. Benyako is not there. Trying to join the Honda Brethrens in the round of 8, trying to make 3 Hondas in the same matchup, but he's not there. Now, Fuller, the help is gone because now what she had as help is ready to assault.
Oh no, here they
Benyako's
come.
not looking
Benyako
up.
once more.
Oh my
he's
god.
door banging Yo one.
This fighting could give Fuller the chance she needs to run and make it to the round of 8. But
But I
no,
don't think she
Brock is
has the
fighting hard.
horsepower. She doesn't have the horsepower. I don't
She
think,
doesn't.
to run away.
Yeah,
She doesn't have horsepower.
It's just gonna be some rise of defending. Brock makes
That was a
contact.
huge defense maneuver as well by Morgan Fuller.
She is
Fuller
defending with
is
everything.
Trying so hard to hold off Brock. Look how low Brock's going there. He is
Fuller's trying to
squeezing
be
it.
the widest BMW she can be. trying to go along with the meme.
Don't count that 17 out though.
And
He's
Duncan
right there.
is loving this.
It's a rinse repeat for round 1 for Duncan. Let the guys behind you fight it out and just run.
Could we see a different outcome than to what everyone else who has tried the inside has had?
Well, no, we've seen a few people make the inside work, and if
no, what I
anyone
mean
can,
is
it's
at the
Brock.
End, is at the end we have not seen someone edge out the outside, but the 70 gets the
Fuller
runoff.
still hanging on.
This, if she can defeat the 0-1, this would probably be one of the biggest Royale upsets of all time.
It would be absolutely one of the biggest upsets we've ever seen.
Something worth mentioning, has Brock ever won a Royale?
No.
But he's pissed. He is so
Oh, he
pissed
gave
by
her a
that
bump. Tried to push her up the track. It's not gonna work. Here comes Binyako.
It actually
I
helped
think she's
her-
gonna get away with it. White
actually
flag, there's one to go.
It actually helped Morgan Fuller just a bit.
Now Fuller's actually starting to hunt Duncan. I think that's it.
Huge burst of momentum.
I think that's it.
What an upset. I think Fuller's going to the round of 8.
And
Red
William
Stallion.
William Brock is going to be denied again.
And
this-
I can't believe it.
The biggest upset, probably in
The
Royale
other
history,
the
has
Red
occurred
Stallion
today.
car that was not
there it
highly
is.
seated makes
And
it in.
Morgan Fuller is into the round of 8. What an upset, but the one that wasn't an upset, the number 4, dominating for a second race in a row. He's looking, it's going to be him and Jackson on the front row
Oh, boy.
in that round of 8 match, and that's
That
going
does-
to be fun.
And
Two
I was
guys
talking
who
to
have dominated.
Louviere- I was talking to Louviere in the paddock. He said if both Williams in this round got E'd, he would want to break into here. That didn't happen. So.
But wow, Morgan Fuller. Incredible result. This is absolutely her breakout race. And Duncan will go on the 7th seed, and the 12th seed will make it through. The 5th seed is out of the tournament. That is another of the big 8 gone. When she made it through that first round, I thought, yeah, that was impressive, but that's probably the end of the line. Now this is proving that maybe that wasn't a fluke. She may not have the horsepower, but that defense was amazing.
She made up for that gap of.
Mulcher said it best. Or Kieran. I'm sorry that you want to be called that way. It's fine. Kieran said it best. That is not the driver of his he expected to make the semis. Yep. Mulcher does not make it. Fuller is in. Oh boy.
We live in a society.
So-
Ask them
Fuller
today.
could very well make it to the final 4 now.
The left
considering
side.
Considering she's done it twice already.
You're going to achieve comedy.
The left side of the bracket is merged now. We have our four drivers who are going to be fighting for the left side of the bracket. Now we look over to the right side of the bracket, where we could see upsets in the form of Allie Nelson.
That would be great.
Sort of.
That would be
frightening.
frightening is a word I would use. Yeah.
I agree. This whole heat is sort of frightening, with Ali Nelson and Roger Ray joining once again. Actually,
Roger Ray versus Alexander Rowe.
that's going to be very interesting. I believe they've had their battles in the last year, if I'm not mistaken.
And again, the obvious underdog here, Allie Nelson. No doubt.
Nelson could destroy
Though I would
entire
say
pack.
Tower Saber's a little bit of an underdog as well.
I wouldn't say so. He has both the power and the skill and the achievements of what a veteran might have.
The only thing he's missing is the aggression.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he's an underdog.
he's starting at the rear of the field as well, which is going to be a struggle. And
We saw Morgan Fuller of all people overcome that.
We saw Morgan Fuller. Yeah.
I think
there. As we return back, here they are. Alexander Rowe, Allie Nelson, and then 2 Fords take up the back in the form of the Disruptor Roger Ray, the reigning Royale champ, and Tyler Thaber.
they are possibly best friends because whatever one does, the other one ends up doing.
And if I'm correct, yeah, the 35 is the only Roush Racing Enterprises car left. He's the last hope for that team. Come through. And
I think he can do it, though.
Keep the rotation going. We'll hand it off to Duncan here.
Nah, why don't we hand it off to Shepard?
No.
I agree that is a terrible idea.
All right.
Watch it be
All right.
one, and Shepard's just like
One half of the quarterfinals has been decided. Let's start to fill in that second. Let's start to fill in that second side here. Gonna see a lot of heavy hitters. Can Allie Nelson continue to surprise people? We're gonna keep an eye on her and everyone else. It is the reigning champ is here. Can he make it through the quarters? The pace car is back in, and we're green.
all you folks are high energy. I can't do that shit.
I can. My mind's just very, very slow.
And that's a good start from Ray. Not so good from Nelson, but she's starting to find a little bit of momentum. Maybe getting a push from Faber.
Oh, she's getting one hell of a push from Thaber.
There's nothing with that 08. Because of Thaber, Ray's going to be in the rear.
Ray left out to
Oh, here comes
dry.
Thaber. Thaber hits the outside.
What a run!
What about that aggression you were talking about? He might have just found it today.
He might have just found it.
You say that, but that was pretty smooth. Didn't even touch the
Yeah.
26.
No touching there. And from last.
Operator then.
This could be the most competitive heat we have all day.
Maybe we could see a new nickname in the making.
Operator.
But now he's up against Rowe.
Can he make anything happen? He's right there.
He's looking.
Oh, but Nelson!
Nelson.
Nelson's aggression starting to come into play.
Ray's falling back a bit.
I think this is it for Ray. I think this is the Royale Champions swan song here.
Could we see a new champ tonight?
I think we will.
Well, we still have Angel. Angel's still alive.
Let me just tell you guys, his name is the Disruptor. He comes when you least expect it. You never know if he's going to come back and battle these guys for the last
Oh,
round.
here comes Thaber.
And Thaber will come back.
Nelson are just going at it.
Not this time, though. Nelson was able to defend.
He has time. He might not
He
want
does.
to be the one. He might not want to be the one in the front.
When
He
the
might not
end
want-
comes, he doesn't want to be pounced on. I fully agree on that. I wouldn't want to be in that position either.
TUA is just really good at leading races. Like when one of those cars gets out in front, they just nobody's gonna
Pontiacs
touch
are
them.
having an amazing debut at Homestead.
Here he comes again to the outside.
Back on the attack.
But again,
get the run.
shuts the door. And I think he's going to switch. Yep. He's done using that outside. I think he's going to switch it up here and try to go for a long game here and edge her out on the inside. But look at this. They're sucking in Rowe.
And this could get interesting. You know Nelson's going to try something here. Oh,
She needs to go to the
pounding
outside.
his bumper. She's practically shoving him down the back.
But-
Here comes Thaber. Thaber,
Thaber, a surprise lunge. I thought he was too far back.
Literally pushing Nelson to the side.
Now, but at the same time, again, he's not touching. He didn't touch her. He is still keeping it as clean as he can. Is the lack of aggression going to cost him?
I don't know
Could this
just
be his
yet.
downfall?
I think Rowe's going to need to watch his rear view.
Oh, this is heartbreaking.
If
for Rowe.
Allie Nelson takes it away from Rowe on a speedway, she may be someone to watch in coming years.
She might.
White flag. Is Thaber going to be taken down by Allie Nelson?
Thaber is gaining though.
She's certainly turning the heads of scouts with this performance.
No, I don't think Thaber's close enough. I think we need to focus on this. Allie Nelson. Does Nelson have a challenge here? She's gonna lunge it.
She's trying. Can she make it happen?
Rose. Did Roe get out of shape? He's out of shape. They touch.
She is squeezing
No.
out. Roe barely pulls it out. But what a charge by Nelson.
This is a side of Allie Nelson I did not expect to see out here today, but she is pushing, and the two Fords are out. Roush Racing's out of the competition, but more importantly, the Disruptor is gone.
I still say we keep the nickname for Thaber though.
I can't. His lack of aggression cost him. But that nickname might just stick, the Smooth Operator.
I mean, he might have not made it, but kudos to him for racing with respect.
He didn't put anyone in the wall.
He didn't put anyone in the wall. He didn't even touch anyone. Nelson may have touched him a little bit, but there was no contact that Thaber made. He races fair and square to the end.
But unfortunately, I think it's the end of the night for Roush Racing Enterprises.
It is.
That is the end of their race. But Roe, it got close there. But now Roe has won every single match of his thus far. Jackson has won every single match of his thus far. William Duncan has won every match of his thus far. There are favorites peeking out above the crowd now.
This is going to be a battle of the Titans.
The 4th and 15th seeds are gone. The 21st seed is still here. She is the 24th seed the 21st seed actually in the round of 8. Far exceeding expectations. But now, oh boy. We move to the 1 TUA who didn't win. Okay, out of character here. Kieran, what the fuck is that thing? Look in VC chat room.
Yeah, I saw it. I tried to just not acknowledge it because it's the worst we've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's just a GMC. No.
I do believe that is the new Batmobile.
Beautiful. But
That not the new Batmobile we've all been waiting for. GMC sponsored Batmobile.
now we get the double aren't Connor Monaco and Sean Angel.
I forgot to post this. I was like typing up that tweet and then you told me.
I think I spoke too
call it.
soon when I said we've had a lack of upsets.
Yeah, that when you said that, I guess they really didn't agree because now we're here with two female drivers trying to upset.
Being sexist, I see. No, I'm just kidding.
But, like Allie Nelson though, like I mean, honestly, there's not really any SCS open at this point. Well, I mean, no official announcement's been made about car number 7, but there's some expectations for who will be in that ride. But
the plan for Yuki?
But the PLS team's like she definitely caught the attention of some scouts.
Everyone. I think everyone has their eyes on Allie Nelson now.
What the hell's the plan with Yuki Tamura?
What do you mean?
Chris has asked that. That's all I'll say.
I mean, I haven't talked with her. She's in the. I mean, she's in the garage area. She's watching, but I mean, like she's a quiet. It's like she's a quiet kid. She doesn't really she doesn't really talk much. I mean, from what I've heard, her English is not that good.
All right, so
Probably the reason we've been seeing international spotters. because as
Oh,
far as I
yeah.
know, I've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
Benoit and other international
Morgan
drivers
Fuller
use
might get
English.
farther. Morgan
Yeah.
Fuller might get further in the Sunoco Royale than Johan Arndt, who beat her for a PLS title.
Could. We could. Johan is starting on row 2 here. It's Angel Arndt. I am very interested in this.
Like almost all B ranked teams except for the 14.
Everyone here is accomplished in something.
2-time PLS champion, a 4-time winner in one season. Sean Angel winning the Royale a few years ago, and then there's Connor Monaco, but he's an up and coming rookie. He's had 2 wins just barely taken away from him, and
Yeah,
I could see that win
person-
coming sometime soon.
Every single person
Could be
here
this
has
one, if
something
his
that
cards play
has
right.
something that they've done as an accolade.
This could be his first win if his cards play.
But I'll take the reins here. Roll through 3 and 4. Angel started his year well. It's gone downhill, but it's still been a fantastic season for the 78. Can he put another accolade and become the first ever 2-time Royale champion? He's the only remaining Royale champion left. Can he bring it home for the team? Out of 3 and 4, pace car is in. Sean Angel will lead it down to the green flag. The final round of the round of 16. Green flag is in the air.
Amazing jump.
And
Good,
Angel.
good
Magnificent
start by
start.
the inside line. Arndt
That's
didn't
good
really
stuff
get going.
right there.
Monaco all over his back bumper.
He'll try to challenge, but it looks like John might actually have something on Johan here, maybe.
Yep.
Oh, Johan looks like he's gonna try and he might try to send it down the inside here.
No, he's defending from the 05, but no, he's
No,
still gonna go for it.
No, he did send. No, he did exactly what
Oh,
I thought.
Connor!
Monaco.
Connor nearly
Connor.
caused another wreck.
Oh, it's even at the line.
So,
Johan
since
versus
Connor
Angel.
is taking Shane Vincent's role. He is excited to be here. He wants to go to these semis.
He really
this is
does.
Very dangerous.
Look how close they are. If all 4 of these guys wreck, it'll just be a battle of who can get going first.
I feel like Connor's gonna go for it here.
Here comes John Arndt.
John Hart! Here comes Connor! Oh
Connor
no!
is forcing it.
Oh god. And now Arndt's riding around the outside. This is the action we expected. Did not expect to see it out of this round though.
While all these drivers are very enthusiastic, they like this is a huge opportunity for a lot.
Connor,
And the Arndts
you
will
are
go off
close.
a bang.
Connor is about to dump someone.
John
Holy
Arndt
crap.
made it to the grand finals last year and wants to go back.
He's
don't blame
looking
him.
like he's destined to go there again.
Johan is searching, but he
will
can't
Destiny
get
on his
anything.
side this time.
Arndt might make it, but Connor pounding the back of that 78.
Angel's regrouping himself and getting ready to try to maybe make a charge back after the 05. But man, this is the exact same John Arndt that we saw last year. He is so quick around this track, and he's showing it for a 2nd year in a row. Johan is searching.
Run in 3 and 4.
Oh, look at him. He closed that gap down to Connor quickly. But is it going to be enough? He's got to get through Connor and Angel.
Connor did not get a good run in 3 and 4 last time.
And Morgan Fuller might be getting the last laugh here because she might be making it quicker, making it further in this Royale than Johan Arndt.
Oh, Connor!
There is a determination from Connor Monaco.
Is he going to cross over? Does he have the
Not
speed to
yet.
get there? I think he's going to wait.
What? Or is he?
No.
No, he's going for it.
He's
Full
maybe a little too eager here. He might have just jumped the gun.
We'll see. Can he hold it down the back straight?
This is a guy who was coming out of being last in points last year, fighting against a Royale champion. He is by far the underdog in this matchup between these two.
But
he's got
he's trying to make
got some
himself
grip.
not.
This is gonna be a battle between these two on the final lap.
He might
White
not have
flag.
pulled it too
Arndt's gonna
soon.
get
We've
away
seen-
with this. Johan's gone.
We've seen people before wait till the last lap, and it didn't work.
Carter's making
So-
amazing
so
lift.
he
Oh,
might not-
he touches him. He door checked him.
Monaco trying to get the side draft off of him, just taking the air off that 78, but he needs a huge run in 3
Getting
and
on that-
4.
I don't think he's
No,
gonna
I
get-
don't think he will.
I think Angel's gonna barely hold out here.
What a performance by Connor. It's not enough. John Arndt's through, and Angel will keep his hopes alive. Oh boy, the 9th seed and the 6th seed. The two biggest seeds in this matchup are both gone. 6 and
just-
9. Nice.
And just like that, Morgan Fuller gets the last laugh.
She may have lost the championship last year, but she makes it further in the Royale. She's going to the round of 8. Johan Arndt will not. And that's the end of Johan Arndt's last, and if I'm correct, only Royale. Or no, he competed back in season 2. 2013's Royale, but it's going to be his last Royale.
Arndt's hopes trying to win the Royale that he last year was taken
So
from
close.
him, and now he's trying to make up from past failures.
He's just as fast, but there's one difference from last year. Roger Ray's gone.
Roger Ray, the disruptor, is not here to disrupt anything.
The biggest threat to him from last year, is now gone. So, oh boy, John Arndt coming into this. And again, the pattern continues. We have 4 people who have won every single match they've been a part of. What does this mean?
Well, only one with blast.
4 out of Titans.
But I would say that was generally, it was an upset, but it wasn't an upset at the same time. It's weird. That was anyone's game between those 4. But the 3 lowest seeds left in the tournament are all on this right side with Rowe, who is the highest seed left in the tournament. So, this is interesting. We have constructed your round of 8. We are moving to 10 lap shootouts. And now it gets interesting. Jackson, Monaco, Duncan, and Morgan Fuller on the left. Alexander Rowe, Ali Nelson, John Arndt, and Sean Angel on the right. Arndt, the only remaining Royale champion. Or Angel, the only remaining Royale champion. Arndt trying to get the Royale that got taken from last year. Nelson on debut, trying to win it. Rowe trying to add to his accolades on speedways. Same with Jackson. Got 2 speedway wins this year, trying to make it 3. Eric Monaco didn't win since 2012, and now he won a race back in Paris, and he's coming in here trying to win the Royale. William Duncan, I don't think he's won a race in a Royale all the way back in 2012, but he didn't get close to the Royale title. He's never been really close to a Royale championship, and now he's right in the midst of it with 2 wins in a row.
This is new experience. This is a new experience for Jackson, I think, and I don't know if that'll play into his favor or not.
And the by far underdog,
Morgan Fuller.
Morgan Fuller.
Again, she is one of the 8. It is
But she's proven us so wrong. She's proven us wrong time and time again.
I don't know, but she could prove us wrong that she's not going to pass the 8.
The interesting thing here, though, is that Fuller and Eric both won their first matchup and lost their second matchup to the other person who made it through, meaning that it comes down to seed, and Fuller's starting 3rd. She's in a great position, and now it's Jackson on pole, Duncan 2nd, Fuller will be starting 3rd.
Well, now she has bragging rights, though. Over a specific someone.
She does, but how far can she go now? And if you got my opinion here, not far. I think, in my opinion...
Well, there's not much far left in the tournament either.
She has so many better.
There's not much left to go far.
I mean, she'd have to get through Monaco, Jackson, and Duncan. One of those 3 2 times. Or
He's gonna have to get through 2 of them. And that is, if she does that,
She
If
can
she-
do that very well on the start.
if she is able to beat these 2, now the scouts will start to be looking at Morgan Fuller over the next few years, because that would turn everything on its head if she makes it to the grand finals.
That would be just making it to the finals. Would
Also, people are now
in a
asking about the next heat. Next part of the bracket. Will Allie Nelson the field?
What does
Allie-
that mean?
You got Ro, Art, and Angel. Angel's been around since 2013. Art and Ro's been around since the beginning. Nelson's on debut.
Yeah.
She is probably, in my opinion, maybe even more of an underdog than Morgan Fuller is right now.
I have to disagree with the car performance we've seen and how it dictates the results.
That's 7 laps still.
That is 7 laps still. Fantastic me.
Dumbass.
Which means I have to redo the qualifying.
Everyone give Kyle a round of applause.
Just one powerful clap.
Just one singular powerful clap.
Like that's why you shouldn't count out.
It's raining over here in my office. That is not.
Mulcher gave you a round of applause.
Is it raining here in Homestead? Nope, just kidding. You got fooled. It's raining in Texas, though, in my residence. However, I'm not actually sitting in there. I just know.
Yeah, he knows because there's a Doppler radar in here.
Yes, of course, and it only shines on my specific hometown because if
Why
not,
did
I
you
will
break
punch
the
the
Why did you break the Doppler radar?
I will kill someone if they change it.
So, here
You
we
might
go.
as well kill me then.
Got him.
The second to last round of the Royale. This is it. There's 8 guys left. Who's your favorite to win it all of the guys left?
Clearly Fuller.
Jackson, he just has so much momentum behind him.
In all seriousness, I think Dunk's the favorite in this
one. I'm gonna go to the other side of the bracket, and I'm gonna give it to Sean Angel.
Oh, I'm talking. I thought you were talking.
Or not
about
Sean. I'm gonna give it to John Art.
I thought you were talking about this race. And this entire thing, I think you can't really say right now.
But I'm gonna let you take this one away, Roush. Roush, I'll let you take this one. 3 races left to call.
Anyways, Paul Jackson trying to get his first ever Royale win after being absolutely nowhere in every other single one. Then to his outside, we have William Duncan, who's also trying to get his first. Morgan Fuller trying to get into a better position for her career, and Eric Monaco, who is Eric Monaco.
Kind of like a cool man or something.
Yeah, he really is. They come off the last corner and go into the start box where we await the green flag. And there you go, we are racing here in Homestead.
Not a good start by Duncan.
That was a really good
Monaco
start
by
for
that
Morgan
factor.
Fuller.
Fuller.
Duncan's made a lot of good starts, but he didn't get it that time.
Oh my god.
Fuller to the inside of Jackson.
Oh my god. He's right on the back.
She's right there.
Oh, but there's that bad horsepower kicking in. She's not able to keep up.
Of course, Duncan did say he wasn't going to go easy.
Oh my god.
Monaco gave the bumper to the floor.
Fuller is giving everything she has. Is the defense going to be enough against Duncan and Monaco?
I don't know.
She's blocking both lines right now. That was a bad decision. She should have just stayed in her line. This is going to give Eric an opportunity.
Duncan's getting held up.
Could we see both Mavericks advance all the way to the finals?
I'd be surprised.
That would be that would honestly be a bit of an upset.
Duncan giving the bumper to her.
And that lack of horsepower, I think this is the end.
This is the end. She's surrounded by rank A drivers and cars.
I think Duncan's getting very impatient. Trying to find a way around Fuller.
Dunk's face might be as red as that car right now because he does not look happy.
the chance that Fuller can actually pull this off against Maverick it's rough.
She's gonna try it.
She's gonna try it anyway, but no, she jumped too late. When you jump too late and go to the high side, it hurts your run so much. But she's got more time than she did in the other ones. She just needs to recollect herself, take it back from Duncan, and remount a charge after the 87. She's still got lots of time.
Mavericks could fight. Even though we've seen
Maverick does not have the best teamwork.
From yeah,
that is true.
Shown.
Oh, what a lunge there!
Going so close to the wall. I can't believe she hasn't hit it.
She has to do everything she can to catch.
She's been doing that all night.
I think that's the closest she's gotten to the wall. I think it's the closest she's gotten to the wall all night.
Oh, didn't get a good run there though. As well as the fact that we got to focus on, Eric Monaco has been playing bridesmaid to Paul Jackson since last season when he lost the title to him. Is he done playing bridesmaid?
Oh, dunk into the bump and run again.
Dunk with a bump and run, and this time he'll get it done.
Maybe.
Oh, they're making a lot of contact.
There's still time though. Duncan can afford to do this now. Unlike before where it would be 2 laps to go, we're only halfway through.
Dunk needs to get through her now.
Yeah, that's probably why he's getting so aggressive. Maybe a bit uncharacteristic for him.
There he goes. He's going for it. He's going to take the spot, hopefully.
It's maybe a bit that aggression's maybe a bit uncharacteristic, but he just wants to get.
And there he goes.
And I think that's the nail in the coffin for Morgan Fuller. But what an absolutely incredible performance it was for her in this Royale.
But Dunk might have something to say about Eric Monaco making it through.
Ray, I would not say that yet. Because Duncan has been fast through both of his races, and look at him close down that gap on the 87.
He's going to go to the outside.
Same move? No, he's going to try to go for the low move again.
He's going to, well, he has time to test out the low and high sides.
He's got 3 to go this time. He's on the rear bumper.
He's peeking. What's he going to do?
He's going to back off a little. Is he looking for possibly an outside move?
He was looking lower than Monaco. That was not good.
But usually when people, if it was an intentional checkup, because if he goes high here, maybe he was playing to get some space to jump high.
That's exactly what he was trying to do. But Monaco's going to shut the door on him.
But now he can go back to the inside here.
He's, again, back in the same situation. Do you back off and try it again, or do you make the move here and now? He backs off. He'll do it again. Maybe he's going to try to stay... Yep. He's closing it a little closer. He was a little off last time. Adjust it and try again.
But will he try it again?
That outside move is going to be the way to go, I think.
He backs off.
He doesn't try
No, he's going to try to get a good sweep here. White flag this time.
Oh, but he lost some time there.
He lost time. I don't think Duncan's going to get there. I think Maverick is about to do what could be called an upset.
He has one last try.
He's got one more try, yeah. He's got to make it work right here.
One more bullet in the chamber.
How about Paul Jackson? He's got a shot to cement his title as the greatest of all time. He's going to make it to the finals.
Going to probably try here.
But what about these two?
No.
Oh, Eric with a big run. He's going to go for the win.
Out of last corner. No,
Maverick is going to the finals.
I can't believe that they came in here. They were the only 2 Mavericks to be in the show, and they're both going to the grand finals. Duncan is out, and after an incredible performance, Morgan Fuller is out.
But it was the equipment that bit her in the ass, not her driving.
No, she drove that car to its limits, but its own Red Stallion equipment can only take you so far. But congratulations to Morgan Fuller. That was a beautiful performance.
Drivers in the paddock are thinking that there's team owners.
So Jackson and Monaco, the first 2 members of the Final 4.
Good job though for Fuller. She still got further than her old points rival in Johan Art.
And again, it's continued the pattern that the person who's the bottom on each one of these doesn't make it. Although Monaco did start last and came back to make it, almost won it. Of anyone who is, it's basically almost a curse now that if you're at the bottom of the bracket, you're not going to make it, which puts fear for Sean Angel.
Fear.
Angel is in a little bit of a situation. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a bit of a battle. Oh boy. I don't know what to think of Allie Nelson right now.
You checked Will Hoyt. You checked Will Hoyt. You checked Will Hoyt. Kyle, go back.
I checked Will Hoyt by accident.
Yes.
Thank you for noticing that. All right, so
I had to shout at you to get you to process that you did that.
I'm actually sweating right now.
this is it. Oh god. Come on, let me save it.
Drivers to your car.
All right.
Drivers to your cars.
Is that actually in the correct order? Hold up. One, two. No. So
Get in there, Nelson.
Nelson, although she's been impressing, she's still the underdog.
She is definitely an underdog,
Her
but
aggression-
every time
her
we call
aggression
someone an
has
underdog,
never-
they end up making it through.
Except for
Her
Morgan
aggression has helped
Fuller.
her.
Except for Fuller, but Fuller was different.
Art has-
Fuller had a rank D equipment.
You know, out of character here. Like that was way more aggressive than I expected.
Yeah,
Like that was really out of character for Duncan.
this high and I is aggressive. Although we're not getting the
And he's
racing,
not-
I fully
he's not
expected.
gonna
It's still
take it
been fun.
anymore.
I guess that's what a non-points event does to you.
He has
All I
loaded
can
his gun
imagine.
and shot.
He's
Yeah, I was
not
about to
gonna
say.
take it anymore, and he flew off the rails of the crazy train.
All I imagine is just Shane Vincent driving along, stuck behind a car, and just just like, he can't take it anymore. He has a gun. He has a gun. Oh god. Oh god. All you hear is
Shane
just
Vincent had a guy that
screaming.
took dump draft on the highway.
Oh my
Oh my god. What is that? I
god! You
was
saw it.
the meme.
Excuse me?
Look in Twitter feed.
Twitter feed. It's a lot of views.
Oh.
Oh my god!
So we return back to the action. It is Roe, Arndt, Angel, and Nelson.
If I were a betting man, I'd put my money on John Art.
Arndt's trying to go back. If Arndt does this, he'll be the only one to return to the grand finals from last year.
Which could be very beneficial for him. He's
Because
only
we already
entered-
know he's not going to return to the grand finals for a third year.
Yeah.
This is his last chance.
Yeah, keep an eye on that 26 though. Nelson's a very plucky driver. She'll find a way to get into the mix here.
And Angel has so much just talent under his belt. Royale
And cocaine in the car.
Probably, but I mean, it's speed.
So, this is it. The last match before the grand finals, and Duncan, a birthday boy, call it. You're going to call this one. I'll take the final.
Birthday boy, please take the. I'm.
Cars are rolling.
I probably just jinxed John Art.
Dunk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's typing. Here we go. Who's going to join the Mavericks to take them on in the finals. Lot of storylines that could come from this one. There's some very interesting names here: Roe, Arndt, Angel, Nelson. But two of these stories are going to end here. The other half, though, they'll punch their ticket to the final four. We'll find out who it's gonna be in 10 laps as the pace car's in. Roe and Arndt lead us down to the green.
What a great start by the top two.
Oh,
was a
they got
great
off
start
so well.
for-
Arndt did not get caught sleeping that time. Arndt might actually be able to just go back in line. No, he's gonna keep it a little high. No, he's not. No,
He's in
no.
line, and
He's gotten
Nelson's
in
in
line.
last.
Now, Nelson, can you perform under the pressure of being at the rear? This is a
Horrible.
different situation. Oh my God,
Arndt is
Arndt!
hounding that 41.
Arndt's still here. He's still got it. Nelson has a run.
There's your answer on how Nelson will operate under pressure.
Oh,
With
and
the same
again.
answer she's had all night. Aggression.
Which is attack, attack, attack.
And she once again door checked Angel out of 4. Is she gonna door check him again? No, keeps it off him this time.
I don't know. She's door checking him.
Oh
down
yeah,
this-
now he's starting to. Now she's squeezing him against the wall.
Oh, here
Arndt's
comes
up
John.
high. Oh, but he messes it up. Arndt messed it up. This is Nelson's chance.
And then
Oh.
she isn't able to take it.
She doesn't have the momentum. She's too focused.
She's trying to clear Angel.
And she's door checking him into the corner.
Angel's not wanting to give it up.
Angel.
But again, it's this constant attack, not giving up at all that may force Angel to back down.
But I don't know just yet. Sean Angel is not backing down.
Oh, Angel's going after Arndt.
Angel is sending it.
He got it. Wow. Used a bad situation and turns it around to fight for second.
And take it.
And he's got some great momentum on that high side.
This is two people who could 100% win this Royale hands down.
But can anyone do anything about Roe? He's the last TUA car in the...
Oh, Arndt's getting aggressive.
Squeezing him out.
Arndt's reminding me a lot of
Everybody's
Ali
been
Nelson
squeezed.
right now.
Everybody has been squeezed
Yeah.
in that 78.
And the 78's going to take that spot, second place.
If I was Arndt, I'd just back off. I'd just back off, regroup, and attack.
Maybe let him go after Alexander Rowe. Because it's looking like Angel has an answer for that 41 car.
Nelson's pushing as hard as she can, but they're starting to get away from her.
Uh-oh.
That spoke too soon.
Wow!
Almost got the wall right there.
How did she not hit the wall? That was just barely off in. Now she's giving a push to Arndt to get them battling. Nelson is playing this like a pro. Force them into a fight to take advantage.
Well, I did say that she's a very plucky driver, and she's proving that right now.
Now Arndt's pretty much forced to make a dive. What's Nelson gonna do? Go to the high line.
Can't quite make it happen
But she
there.
might have helped Arndt just a little bit too much.
No! Turn around!
Around! Nelson!
Nelson!
They took each other out!
Wow.
Squeezed Angel.
And Ali Nelson will go to the grand finals.
And she looks like a genius.
She forced them into a battle, and the battle overboiled.
She
All
looks
she
like
has
a
to do
genius
is
right
make-
now.
Like, all she has to do is keep it together. All that car has to do is make the distance, and she's gonna be a finalist.
Oh,
I
what a-
can't believe it. The only Royale champ left, and the favorite is out. And Ali Nelson. Oh my God.
She
The
looks,
underdog is gonna make it.
This
she
is
looks
on
like
debut.
a genius.
She played that so well too. She played that like a veteran. This is her debut in the Elite Series.
She has never stepped into Ali Nelson has never stepped into an Elite Series car. Until this week.
Oh my god.
I am shocked. That's all I could say. I am shocked. And these two, oh, Arndt has got to be kicking himself right now because he just threw it away.
And Angel's gotta be pissed.
Oh, Angel's got to be real mad.
That's
He's gonna be
Shepard levels of
he's
mad.
gotta be pissed at John Art
Getting
for that.
back to the Royale
But-
changes.
But you know
It's
who's got to be happy right now? Randy Allison and Kyle Shock Sr. Because that just played straight into their hands.
She had an 1,000 IQ move, and it worked.
Meanwhile, Alexander Rowe, one of the winningest drivers in a Sunoco Elite Series, is gonna get a shot at Royale Glory.
He's trying to go for career win number
He's
9.
going to round turn
It's
number
all-
4, and Alexander Rowe will make the finals,
It's-
and along with Ali Nelson.
Oh
it's
my.
It's almost like she knew what was going to happen if she got them battling.
Attack, 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 and it works. But instead of attacking others, she forced Arndt to attack. And that's what threw it all into chaos.
Aren't cracked.
Wow.
When he was forced to attack, aren't cracked.
Let's look at that again. What happened? So you see here, out of this corner, Nelson played this so well, all the way back here, pushes on that high line, is able
We need
to
to go on board with Nelson to see how.
is able to push. That 05 gave him a push. Arndt has no choice. He has to challenge here. It's either go or check up on Nelson and throw this opportunity away. So he took it. And that was his biggest mistake. He played straight into Nelson's hands. Nelson at this point sits back, stays behind Arndt.
Continue pushing him.
Like, Arndt got flustered here. He got very aggressive.
And then one more push gave him one big push. I don't think he saw that push coming.
Yeah,
I
he got
think that
flustered.
push caught him off guard. And he went into Angel, and Ali Nelson is in the grand finals. I don't know what to say.
Amazing. That was. That's
She
great.
does 4D chess.
Out of context here, did we just get our fucking Intimidator?
Uh-huh. I think
What
we did.
a fucking legend.
The Intimidator is going to be Ali Nelson? Question mark.
We call her the aggressor.
The aggressor.
Yeah, Shepard's the one that's supposed to kill people.
I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I can't believe I'm actually Ali. The 21st seed is in the grand finals, and it's Ali Nelson.
Of course, it has
Yeah.
to be Ali.
Like I said back in the beginning, all the big guys at the front were making it. It seemed too normal. And Ali Nelson and Morgan Fuller changed all of that.
Ali Nelson has to be the most clever and just wiki and smart driver in the entire paddock.
How did she turn from someone who seemed like she was going to be a
And if she isn't
Panasonic's
either of those
fail
things-
driver to this? If
And
she-
if isn't any of those things that Shepard just said, then she certainly feels like it right now.
Now she's got a problem because this is a 4-speedway veteran, 4-speedway driver final. 3 of them have been around since the beginning and have won on at least 2 speedways apiece.
I think this is the end for the aggressor, but I think she could definitely go out with
There's no way she wins this, right?
you guys keep saying that.
Yeah, but being honest here, she's up against.
She has to win. She has to win. She can't be second.
Yeah,
the thing.
she's been second in every one. Oh god, this is looking way too similar to Roger Ray.
Don't. No. Oh God. Oh my God.
Don't jinx
We're
it.
having flashbacks already.
Didn't Ray
Don't
get in
jinx
because
it.
of the Shepard and Caldwell instigation?
No, it's happening. No.
It's happening again.
There's way too many parallels here. There's way too many parallels. I really don't like where this is going.
And Melissa Royal has taken an interest in her.
Who's Melissa Royal?
That's southeast.
Ah,
So, here we go. This is it. I gotta put in the order. And then it will be time. The order will be. It is. I'm so hyped. Ro will take pole.
Oh,
Someone's
God.
finally impressing Senior tonight.
I selected the wrong person. No, I didn't. What am I doing? I'm dumb. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just stupid. This is either going to go how we expect or so incredibly wrong it hurts.
The aggressor, Allie Nelson, is in.
Because if the aggressor can force a move like that again and take out the people ahead and win this whole thing, that I would be speechless. I wouldn't have anything to say about that.
This is amazing.
This Royale, it started so calm. It did not stay that way.
It was so calm. It went so expected. And then Nelson happened. And then Fuller happened.
So we've gotten word over Twitter that Roger Ray is now drunk. He's certainly taking that loss hard, but he still thinks Nelson should win.
That would be cold.
Everyone's eyes have got to be all on him, and we're actually gonna get word. Finn guy's coming up in the booth. One of the representatives, one of the coaches, probably the person who's coached her pre-race to help her get her going. Jeffrey Finn guy, although he is driving for full frontal, he's still that coach. So we're gonna get a word from Finn guy here as we head into this final.
The man that was behind the nickname,
Yeah.
The Disruptor.
And Finn guy coming up into the booth. Finn guy, unmute your mic.
Give him a minute.
And oh boy. Oh yeah, I just gotta look at VC chat room. Oh, they freaked out. they freaked out. All right, we got Jerry Finn guy in the booth. After what just happened, the driver that you coached at the start of this event is now in the grand finals. What's going through your mind?
My first question is, how did she get through that? And my second one is, holy shit, Shock Allison Racing.
Shock Allison Racing. The Royale is how Shock Allison Racing started, and now you're a very pivotal part of the team. You're the driver coach. And to see one of the drivers make it to the grand finals has got to make you happy.
Honestly, yes, it does, and especially with a competitor like Nelson is, especially with like her bold-hearted attitude.
But 100% honest here, do you think Nelson has a chance?
If she can find her way to luck around how she got into this, I think she definitely has a chance.
But if you had to say, big question, if you had to say other than Nelson, who is your favorite to win it all?
It's definitely a real mixed bag this season. I'm honestly not real sure. This might be the first one that... Honestly, I don't even have a pick. It's just like a... Really, now at this point, it's just like an all-out brawl.
All right, but we're going to get ready to go. So you should get down there with the team and be ready for a possible celebration.
Possible. Maybe not so well. Well, we'll just see.
All right. Here we go,
Sorry
guys.
about the delay in getting Finn guy to talk. We need to get his mic attached to his clothing.
Yeah. It sounds like Shane. It sounds like Shane Vin. He sounded like he got pretty noisy in the paddock when that wreck happened.
It was so reminiscent of something he would do too.
Yeah. Something tells me those two could. Something tells me this could be the start of a beautiful friendship between those two.
So,
chaos and chaos.
They're just. Oh God! If Nelson wins this, she's gonna become the ultimate chaotic neutral.
I help nobody,
All right, here we go. I'll call it the last one. 15 laps, and we will decide a Royale champion. Alexander Rowe and Paul Jackson have won every race up to this point. Eric Monaco looks to be the dark horse between these three, and Allie Nelson looks to be the straight underdog, the aggressor, trying to make an upset and take it away from these guys. Through 3 and 4, the final time in the Sunoco Royale, the pace car in this time. Oh boy, and one last time, Alexander Rowe will lead it down to the green flag. We're going to be crowning a new Royale champion today. Green flag is in the air for the final time. And it's even.
Great jump there. Like, Alexander Rowe has been so smooth all night. Never faltered. Like, a lot of these guys, I mean, you have to watch out for them, but Rowe is just...
Allie Nelson pushing again.
Yep. Nelson trying to make sure Jackson is there. Make sure that she's not out of this, because if Jackson loses touch with Rowe, she's going to drop behind. She wants to stay right in this. They are 2 by 2.
She is really, really aggressive on that push.
And Jackson got the first lap. Oh boy, it is so close between the 4. Nelson pushing! Oh my god! She's splitting him! She's splitting him!
Don't do that!
She's splitting them down the middle! She is giving every possible thing she has in that car. I can't believe that. She almost just wrecked everyone. Here we go. Can Nelson get the push? She's alone. Eric is pushing Rowe. Does Nelson have anything?
Use every scare tactic.
Oh no!
Monaco's
gonna do the same thing.
Oh, I don't know if he can save it. That is free wide for second. Monaco trying to make it.
Is Jackson gonna win it here? That's 2 down. Maverick's gonna win it. Maverick's gonna win it.
Rowe is out.
Nelson's out
Monaco,
too.
you can do it.
It's Monaco versus Jackson.
Well,
Nelson's out.
I mean, if they keep fighting, maybe. Because Nelson doesn't have any damage.
Monaco has been the second seat.
Rowe has got to be so mad because Eric pushed the issue.
There is going to be a fight when this is over.
But now, it's teammates.
Eric.
Maverick Wolf will get their first Royale championship. But
Unless
the question...
Allie Nelson has something to say about it, because she's catching.
I don't want to counter out of this, because if these guys keep fighting, she could get in there. Nelson doesn't have damage. I'm pretty sure that car is still clean.
I think she's too far. 11 to go. Eric needs to start moving.
The thing about this battle is that Monaco has always been second seat to Jackson. Could he finally show that he is worth the same, maybe possibly even more, if he's going to battle him for the top spot?
Yeah, because every time that Eric was put in this situation, he didn't have anything for him. But now he's done playing bridesmaid.
He's going all out.
He's got him. He's got the spot. He hits him.
He's trying to squeeze him out, but Eric gets the lead.
Jackson tried to squeeze him, and Eric said no and door checked him back low. He is not playing games right now.
He is fed up with Paul Jackson right now.
No, Nelson's done. Nelson's done. It's these two.
Unless they wreck, because they are fighting hard. There is no love.
Now, may I remind you guys again that Maverick Wolf is not known for their teamwork.
It's like
they aren't.
These two are pretty intense. These two might be pretty intense rivals, honestly.
They are known for working against each other.
Especially these two, because these two fought for a title last year in 2017 when Eric was under the Clever Haas Racing banner. Now, he's here, a teammate to him. Is there any sort of alliance here? I don't think there is.
I don't think so. I think Eric has a little bit of resentment for losing that championship.
Losing that championship, always being behind.
Running lower.
So he might be trying to take this from Paul Jackson just to get even.
No. And Rowe is just limping around. He's got to be mad.
Here comes the 10 car though. He's not done yet.
Yeah, no, this race is far from over.
Yeah, this would be the greatest move of Eric Monaco's career if he could pull it off. But Jackson, he wants a Royale win so bad. This is probably the first time in his career that he's ever cared about the Royale.
Oh.
Because he could actually win it.
And now he'll do the same move, but it's not gonna work. The
He's going to
same
the
move.
inside.
And now, oh
He's trying
my
to get the
god.
run.
He's going everywhere he can to try to get through this 87. Eric has played basically all in Jackson's shadow this year. And now he's finally done. He doesn't want to be in Jackson's shadow anymore. And he's definitely peeking out above the crowd now.
He's going to the outside
Jackson will
again.
get a
He'll hold
run.
him off.
No, he's not.
I want to keep in mind
Eric-
that although both of these guys pride themselves on being good speedway ringers, Jackson struggled to get that first speedway win for so long. Eric's only won on speedways. This is where he knows how to fight.
He does not have he doesn't have this road course skill that Jackson has, but he sure as hell has the oval speed.
And he's gapping him now. Eric is putting on a clinic here to prove that he can play with the big guys. And if he wins this,
And takes it from Paul Jackson.
Jackson
This could be big for him.
Jackson wants to be the 8th person to get 7 wins on the all-times win list. But I think Eric is about to rip that from his fingertips and get his 3rd.
Just like how Paul Jackson ripped that championship from his fingertips.
Jackson just needs to start reeling him back in and fast.
He doesn't have it. Oh my god, it's gonna be that
we don't
incident.
know yet. We don't know yet. Things can happen.
Imagine what could have been if that
Jackson's
incident
gaining
didn't
back.
happen.
Jackson's coming.
Oh,
Jackson's here. Jackson's
Jack-
here.
It's not game over yet. But
The only
Jackson's gonna need
the only
high side.
guaranteed spot
Yeah.
right now is the fact that the bronze medal is going to Allie Nelson.
He's not doing the high side. He's going low.
And
Caught him off
Jackson
guard.
Sending it.
But I don't know if that's a good move because now
Desperation.
they're door checking again.
Yeah, the George check. Nelson goes through.
But it's not over.
It's over.
It's not going to be enough. The question is the steward's going to say anything about that?
No, I don't think so.
Because if the steward
Jackson squeezed Eric Monaco into that wall. That is on
Jackson
that is
just
on Paul Jackson threw it away for himself.
2 to go. What an eventful final race. And yeah, no, Nelson's not going to get in this. But it's going to be runner-up Royale.
In her debut, Royale. In her debut start, period.
This is one of the best debut performances I have ever seen.
And it's
in
out of
Sunoco
the
Elite
aggressor,
Series.
Allie Nelson.
In fact, this is, if I'm correct, tied for the best debut performance in Elite's history, tied with Audra Baranowska's all the way back in 2013, and if I'm correct, Halleck back in 2014. Both got second on their debut, and now
Shepard got a win on his debut.
that 2012 doesn't count, and you know it.
But Eric Monaco down the back straight. Finally returned a victory lane this year. He's been an underdog. He went through so many rough patches in his career, so many struggles. But off the final corner, this is the biggest night of that young man's career. Eric Monaco is a Royale champion.
Yeah, buddy.
Gotta give it to Eric.
Allie Nelson comes runner-up, but not only that, but it is a Honda 1, 2, 3 in the Royale. Row will come home 4th. What
And Paul Jackson.
race!
Paul Jackson threw that away.
We gotta get a replay of those wrecks. But man, what an incredible race.
Well, Wait a second. Will Eric get a penalty for this?
No.
So the first one, Eric forced the issue, but was it his fault? It's just a 3 wide. That's not necessarily his fault. And then Rowe, that seems more like a racing incident than anything. That's just
It's just racing.
Everyone's pushing hard.
And then
everyone's pushing hard. Eric was pushing on Rowe, but Rowe was also pushing to try to get to the high side on Nelson. It happens.
But if you're calling that a racing incident, this is also a racing incident with with Jackson and
Monaco's.
Monaco.
Well, there's gonna be a brawl in victory lane.
Oh,
There's-
oh yeah. I'm pretty sure there's.
Security is going to be there.
I can't believe that just happened. Like, we thought the Disruptor was an amazing thing that happened. But what about this? Jackson comes into the corner.
Slid up.
Yeah, Jackson's. They were just going hard as they possibly could. This is like 1979 Daytona right here, baby.
And Jackson is down. Nelson would run away with a P2 on her rookie debut.
I think Nelson checked up when the wreck happened.
She might have, just to avoid it. Didn't want to get involved. It's fully understandable.
Yeah. If she didn't check up, she could have caught them.
Let's see. Did she check up?
all
She
she could
slows
see-
down.
She
That's way below where you normally go.
Yeah, that's what cost her.
Well,
If
the only thing she could
if
see was
she-
smoke.
I mean, I know, but yeah, I'm surprised she didn't take that risk. But I guess she
Yeah,
just
no,
didn't want to wreck the car.
Well, she didn't want to wreck the car or ruin her chances at a good finish
Or a good career.
or a good career.
Actually, you know what's going to be a good view? Is the back of this 10 car.
I mean, I was like, oh, we're hearing claims that Eric pinched.
We'll check. If Eric pinched, then Allie Nelson would be a Royale champion. So we see... Oh! Okay, that first one's a little weird.
Eric was so aggressive during.
Eric was aggressive. He
Let's go on board
put...
with Eric.
I don't know why you would penalize.
I'm not sure that this would be penalized. Like, did he actually push him, or was it just like one small door check and Rowe kind of just drifted up? Let's see. So
Let's
Eric
slow
comes in. Let's see. Gets on the door. That's a little interesting. I'm gonna look into that one post-race a little closer later.
But I mean,
But the big one that's being talked about, I want to
mean,
see this, because what happened between these two?
If anyone gets penalized for this, it's Paul.
Yeah, Paul just tried to squeeze him out, and there wouldn't be a penalty there, obviously, but
Obviously not. It's just racing.
that was just racing between teammates that is going to bully, and they're teammates next year too. So good luck to Jason Wolf. This is going to be a train wreck for you, and I'm so ready for it.
Eric Monaco is a really good driver who has been overshadowed.
Well, let's go on board with I want to go on board with him. I want to see what he
the things between his teammates, that was on Jackson. Though really, it's just they're going so hard. Jeez, yeah, Eric just sent it.
You can't really see if he door checked enough there. Then you just, you hear that behind.
Well, yeah, that will be good.
So you tap there. No, they didn't touch the third time. That was a small flinch out of Rowe, but that wasn't a touch. And yeah, Rowe just went up into Nelson. So no, I would say that's just hard racing.
And I mean, even if it was on Monaco, this type of event encourages that. So I mean,
well, wrecking is never really fully accepted, but could this be counted as pinching by the stewards? I don't know. That's honestly a tough call.
Oh wait, I want to see that first contact.
The first contact was just Rowe just pushing on Nelson, and then Eric gets into him.
He might not have been happy with the way Rowe was racing his alliance member.
Well, we didn't give a penalty for the earlier incident with Nelson almost forcing the issue.
Well, Nelson causing the incident between those two wasn't really necessarily, quote, her fault. That's not penalizable. She was just pushing the car.
I would say that Monaco honestly was not too happy with the way Rowe was racing his alliance member.
This is like a really weird call, but it all depends on if that third one is a touch, and I don't think that touched.
It's hard to tell.
Because if that third one was a touch, there may be an argument for a pinch, but
it's so tight right there. It's like there's a point of maybe they touched, but like
It's not definitive.
it's not definitive.
Does it count as a pinch? Is it a definitive thing? Eric was being aggressive as all hell. Yes. Was it a dirty move? Yes. Was it illegal?
No.
No. I don't think it was. In my personal opinion, it was dirty as all hell. True. But was it illegal?
You gotta remember too, this is stock car racing, not Formula One.
It may be looked into post-race about all this.
Like, if you guys didn't understand that this is stock car racing from Denver last year, I don't know what to tell you.
But I'm guessing at this point, Eric would at least unofficially be your winner.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Shepard didn't really turn
Unofficially, it'll be looked into post-race, all that, but... And then just...
Now we have the most.
It. I can't believe... And yeah, we know Jackson from last season in La Colina for being way too aggressive with his own teammates. And again, it shines through here, where he dove way too far on the 87.
Well, yeah, he's not really the best teammate.
He isn't. He's not a good teammate.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Jason Wolf still remembers what happened last year.
Yeah, look at
And
this.
yeah, there's Jackson. He drifts right into him.
Like, the only reason he's probably not outright pissed at him is because Eric still won the race.
I wouldn't even say that. I would, if I were. I mean, I'm a pit winner myself.
There's a fight in pit lane.
I'm Robbie Roush. So I'm Jock Roush. So
There's a fight in pit lane.
I think the pit crews might have gotten into it earlier.
So
so many people are in disagreement with us. Everyone's saying that was on Eric.
If I were in Wolf's shoe, I still would have been pissed at Jackson, even if we won.
Well, because I don't know. Ugh.
I want all of my drivers in line and not fucking over my other drivers.
I don't think that should be a penalty. I think
It'll be looked into post-race. I'll look into it and we'll come to...
I don't know if it should.
If it's a fine, it's a penalty, and he would be penalized for it. But it just comes down to whether that can be registered.
And call it a day.
Just ban Carter. Wow. Wow. So I'm gonna say that. It's actually 2018 Royale.
Oh man,
finale.
yeah.
That was far better than last year's finale, though. We can all agree on that. That was like,
This is the most controversial finish to an SES race I've probably ever seen.
I'm gonna go down there real quick.
I wouldn't go that far.
Other than Mooney pile driving,
But we gotta update that bracket and call the stream.
So it's Eric Monaco in first, unofficially. Allie Nelson in second.
Some people said that Monaco should win. Others say that Nelson should win. But what we all agree on is that he turned himself into a pickle, named himself.
No!
It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
And Ro, the highest seed coming into that final race, gets last because of an incident that is currently being put under investigation. Fun! This is unofficial. If we come to the decision that fucking Eric Monaco is going to be penalized and Allie Nelson wins.
Well, we have to make the decision that we can't be biased that Allie Nelson is in second.
No, we're not. I'm not being biased here. I'm saying this is a very close thing, and it's going to be looked at fully. But overall, that was an amazing Royale. Started out calm, but escalated so fast into
This.
that.
This was one of the great. This is why I love the Royale. This is like one of the greatest events I've ever
This
seen.
was the greatest Royale of all time. I think we can all.
Oh yeah, by far, no doubt in my mind. That was amazing.
Hopefully next year can find a way to be
Or at
better,
least the
but
best finish. We had some good heats in our last year, but this is the best overall race for the finale.
Yeah, congratulations for now to Eric Monaco, and I'd like to thank you all for coming out. The Sunoco Royale is complete for 2018. Next, we're moving to the official round of Homestead. It's the beginning of the end for the 2018 season. the battle between Rahal and Brock will pick back up, and it's a battle, 5 more rounds, 7 more races to the end, where we will have our first finale.
And
at
there are 3
Homestead.
more races in the Panasonic Light Series Championship too.
Yep, where Takayama
By the way, subscribe.
Randolph.
Also, Homestead, we are going to the Pickle Rick tour, and it's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Aiden, stop.
But yeah, we're hoping that the rest of the season goes smoothly and we can finish out this season at Vegas. Vegas, I'm suspecting, is going to have a much more dramatic end to a season than we've seen at Localina.
I don't know. Localina is pretty chaotic too.
But yeah, congratulations to Eric Monaco and, maybe Alan Nelson. You never know. And we will see you all next time when we head to the official round of Homestead.
Roger Ray's still pretty drunk.
Ciao.
I see Roger Ray has still